Steel boots stomping, crashing the floor. Two wild yinzers kicking through the door. Loud like a jag off at a pins game fight. Brace yourself, this ride ain't polite. Two dumb yinzers, loud and proud. Heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Tales from the burg with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Two dumb yinzers, loud and proud. Heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Tales from the burg with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Two dumb yinzers, loud and proud. Heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Rivers collide where the laughs always flow. Black and gold thunder everywhere they go. The madcap kings breaking every mold. With two dumb yinzers, the stories don't get old. Two dumb yinzers, loud and proud. Heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show. I don't know what that was. Having a little bit of technical difficulties this morning, but I think we got it on track. Mike, what do you think, man?
I think we got it on track, brother. I'm blaming Derpy.
All right, let's do that. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the show. This is episode 783 of the Two Dumb Yinzers. I just want to say this morning to everybody, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We got a lot of things going today. I feel a lot like home. It's just a warm and cuddly, fuzzy feeling I get after watching NFL football, guys. In the preseason kicks off last night with the Hall of Fame game. We'll get into that a lot more. Also, the Pittsburgh Pirates sell the house, and they are continuing to rebuild the only way they know how. And finally, guys, the big story of the day, of course, is Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, the wide receiver, the star wide receiver of the Washington Commanders, requests to be traded from Washington. We'll get into that and so much more today. Welcome to the show. Derpy, always great seeing you, my friend. How are you today?
I'm great, Ryan. I'm great.
That's
It's Steelers camp is going on, and I'm excited for the season, man.
That's great to hear, my man. We're happy to have you back, and we are excited about the Steelers as well. Mike, how are you today, sir?
I am fired up, brother. Jeez, I can't contain myself. We had football, we got Scary Terry drama, we got Steeler news. What more could you want on a Friday afternoon?
I don't know about you, but I'm watching this Hall of Fame game last night, and again, getting the warm and fuzzies because the NFL is on. And all I could think of is every time Reynolds got the ball was just Reynolds. And it was loud. I mean, if it's a running gag on the show, because a couple years ago we were talking about possibilities the Steelers could get, and Derpy just kept saying Reynolds. And at the time I had no clue who he was talking about. He just kept saying Reynolds. And every time Reynolds got the ball last night, that's all I could think of was just Reynolds.
Reynolds.
Oh, yeah. Welcome, Chad. Welcome back to the show, my friend. Always great seeing Chad on the board. Chad says, what's up, Yinzer fam? I hope we get Scary Terry. Corey, my man. Corey says, hey, today's an exciting day to talk Steelers. I got some opinions on Scary Terry when we get there. Let's go. And Richard, good morning to you, sir, as well. He says, good morning. Washington would be crazy to let Terry walk. I can't imagine what the big story is today, guys. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the board. Great to have everybody back. It's a big Friday installment of the show. We got a lot going on heading into the weekend, mainly with our Pittsburgh Steelers, and again, much, much more. But Mike, I think ultimately the bigger thing going on here is tomorrow, our Derpy is going back to camp.
Derpy is going to camp,
and this is not a movie. This isn't, this This is Derpy Goes to Camp. This is Real Talk. And I have some important points to go over with you, Derpy, before you go to camp. So just hang tight. I'm going to get Derpy ready for camp, guys. But also the big story of today is, of course, Terry McLaurin, the star wide receiver from Washington, is requesting a trade. They were saying that he's disgruntled. They can't get things figured out with contract-wise with the former Redskins, and he is putting himself out there to be traded. We're going to talk about that a lot of the show today. Look at some different possibilities and ideas of ways that we may be able to pull Terry. We'll take a look at the odds, all kind of other things today, guys. I do want to say welcome back on this Friday morning.
Oh, man. It's going to be a fun one today.
We do. We have a lot to go over, guys. And I listen, I don't want to break up the Steeler talk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Derpy. Listen, he's going to camp this weekend. Our Derpy's going in for 3 years in a row. This is going to be the third year that I know of, at least, that we've been working with him. And the first year I know that he went and he actually got to shake Jalen. I'm sorry. Fresh my memory.
Jalen Warren.
Derpy got Jalen Warren. I'm sorry. Derpy got to shake Jalen Warren's hand at camp 2 years ago. Last year he went to Friday Night Lights.
No, I went to regular camp.
When was Friday Night Lights? Was that 2 years ago?
That was 2 years ago, man.
So this is Derpy's third year that I know of, at least. Derpy, you got any good tales? Anything exciting or odd that may have happened to you over the time you were at camp the past couple seasons?
I mean, besides the Jalen Warren one, that's about it. Maybe. Oh wait, I got one. So this was last year, I believe, or a year before. I don't remember, but I went down with my pastor, and him and his son met TJ, and I moved from the area.
Oh.
And I didn't get his signature.
Oh.
So that's why TJ Watt had a down year that year, brother. You weren't there to give him the Derpy.
I know.
I'm wondering this though. I mean, is that why you got to meet Jalen and shake his hand because you weren't with the other guys, or was this just two totally different stories?
That was a totally different story.
Okay. Well, Derpy, I got some things to go over with you before we do get started today. Of course, everybody knows Derpy is going to camp. Derpy's big day tomorrow. That's right. Derpy goes to camp. And Derpy, let's go over some main talking points before we let you go, because again, I just can't send you out like this. So Derpy, let's go over some things, okay? All right. Bear with me. First of all, Derpy, you got to double check, make sure you have your clean underwear on. Clean underwear before you go to camp.
That's key, brother.
That is key.
All right. You got to have make sure you take sunscreen, Derpy. We don't want you to get.
I already have a story this year. I already got sunburnt.
All right.
You don't want the melanoma, brother.
Yeah, you don't want that. All right. So sunscreen, clean underwear. Derpy, also, I want you to take a sweater with you. What if our Derpy gets chilly up at camp? Derpy, I want you to take an extra sweater and carry it around with you all day, okay?
Okay.
Because it's going to be chilly. It's not. It's going to
be chilly tomorrow.
I don't know. It's going to be like it was yesterday and today. I think there's like 3 or 4 days in a row. It's going to be like this. All right. So we got that. Derpy, I want you checking in with me. I can't have you up there all day without checking in with me. I need you to call me on an hourly basis just to let me know you're okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Also, what else do we got here? And finally, and I don't know if you're going with Aunt Peaches, but if you go with Peaches and she gets herself in any trouble, I want you going the other way and getting a security guard, okay, Derpy? Don't get into any Peaches battles with anybody.
I have bad news, though, folks.
Uh-oh. What's that?
Peaches is unavailable this week. She's not going now.
Oh, Peaches ain't going?
Yeah, Peaches is not going now.
Unavailable, brother. We know what that means.
She is going to a family event.
Well, okay, with that in mind, I still don't want you getting in any trouble. I mean, there's a lot of little kids there, Derpy, and if any of these little kids started messing with you or picking on you, I want you to go the other way and find a security guard and get the hell out of there, all right?
All right.
All right. So, Derpy, what else? So I want you to wear clean underwear. Make sure you have clean underwear for camp. Make sure you have your sunscreen. Take a sweater with you. Also, check in with me hourly. I'll worry sick. I will. And also, Derpy, stay out of trouble. If there's trouble, I want you to go the other way. All right.
All right.
All right. But Mike, do you think he feels what I'm saying? Do you think he feels what I'm putting down?
I think he does, brother, but I don't think he's going to listen.
All right, Derpy, here's what I need you to do. Derpy, real short, real simple. We're going to move on. I promise we have a lot of Steelers talk today. There's big stories, Derpy. I just need you to do me one thing, and then you'll be free to go to camp. And again, I suppose. I mean, don't get me wrong. Me and Mike will worry sick about you. We will.
I'm gonna try to get a stream in there if I can.
All right, we'll get into that detail in just 1 second. I need you to. I just need you to pay attention for a moment, Derpy. I need you to repeat after me, okay? And then you'll be done. Derpy, I need you to. Okay, Derpy, I need you to repeat after me and say, I will wear clean underwear to camp.
I will wear clean underwear to camp.
All right. I'll also want you to say, I will take extra sunscreen.
I will take extra sunscreen.
All right. Also, I need you to say, I will take an extra sweater in case I get chilly.
I will take an extra sweater if I get chilly.
All right. I will check in with Ryan every hour on the hour.
I will check in with Ryan on... I can't say that.
You say it, brother.
Every hour within the hour.
All right. And finally, if there is any trouble and the little kids are starting fights with me, I will go get security.
If kids fight with me, I will get security.
Okay.
There you go, brother.
All right. I think he gets it, guys. We'll get into more details again on the taping, the video process that we are going to display for Derpy's Day Camp again tomorrow. Derpy goes to camp, everybody. We're excited to see the little guy. We're proud of him. And we hope he has the best time and comes home safe. So Derpy, I think you are set. And again, we'll get more into the details of the video as we go, guys. Let's hop into it. Good morning to everybody. Welcome on the board. Great to see everybody back.
Just get my question.
What's your question, Derpy?
No, just on the board. Just get
that. Okay, gotcha. Chad says, I went to Steelers training camp Wednesday to see Pat McAfee. Didn't get his autograph. My profile pic is Pat standing on stage. That's pretty sweet, man. I guess that would probably be the craziest day to go. I mean, if you're, you don't want to be just surrounded by all the munchkins the whole time. You want to get up there and chant and fuck Garrett and all that fun stuff. That would be the one to go to.
TJ's better.
TJ's better. Exactly. Vanilla Thunder.
Chad says, I did get Packers Hall of Famer AJ Hawk autograph on my Steeler banner. AJ's cool. I mean, I don't know. I respect the guy as a football player. He seems okay as a dude, too. That's pretty cool, man. Is that the only time you're going to get up there this year, Chad? Or are you going to go back up again? Corey says he needs to go dress like a homeless fisherman in his Superman cape to really sell it. You know what? I really lobbied for that Superman cape.
I don't know where it went. Honestly.
But
I lost it after the movie.
Derpy wore this cape for about 9 days straight. I seen pictures. He was so excited about Superman, and now he can't find it. But you know what? I'm okay with that, Derpy. We got that out of the way early. I'm not upset about you not having the cape, so that's totally acceptable. However, I mean, we would give you extra points if you did get the cape, but I get it. Corey says, I'm sorry, Richard says Derpy at Friday Night Lights should be a blast.
I went 2 years ago. It was packed. I'm not gonna go this year. It's gonna be ridiculously packed.
Was it a madhouse, Derpy?
Yeah, it was. There was no seats whatsoever.
Have you ever gone on a Saturday before, like you're going tomorrow, or have you always gone on weekdays?
I think I've went Saturday last year.
Okay. Well, Derpy, again, we're sending you off with your with your advice, and again, we hope to see you get up and have a good time. Again, great video. We'll talk more about that here as the show goes along, guys. Let's get back on the board.
Feel the steel, man.
Kenneth, good morning. Great to see Kenneth on the show. Always great seeing Kenneth on the board. He says it would be great, but we can't afford Terry. And we'll get into that in just a second. And Phil, what's up, brother? Always great seeing Phil. Cheers to Users. The boom is on today. That's right. The boom is back. Everybody, welcome. This is the Two Dumb Yinzers, and this is episode 783. Let's get to it. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling good, Mike. The off season is over. It's preseason now as the Hall of Fame game kicks off last night.
That was a terrible game.
Well, I got to be honest with you. A couple of things that I observed from this game was this. One team looked like they were really prepared, and the other team didn't. And I don't get me wrong. I mean, they both got nice rosters. They're both probably going to have pretty good seasons. But the Chargers really looked like they look like they have it together. They look like they're working hard. They're focusing to have everything together in camp, and they were ready for that very first preseason game, which isn't a lot. But again, at that point, if you do have your shit together, it's something to hang your hat, to be happy about. And the Detroit Lions did not. They just didn't. All the way from top to bottom, first, second, third, fourth guys won't even be on the team in a week. They just didn't look prepared as a team. Is it your job to be overly prepared for a preseason game? In a sense, no, but in a sense, still things you want to watch and keep your eye on as you're watching teams this early on. And one thing that I noticed early on was that Jim Harbaugh's team certainly seems more prepared to play football than the Detroit Lions do. Certainly at this point in the run, Mike, here we are, just the first preseason game knocked out, just a little over a week from the Steelers' first preseason game down in Jacksonville. Mike, anything that you took away from this game? Again, there's more things I do want to say about it, but it just looked like the Chargers were just more prepared for this competition.
Yeah, it looked like they were ready to go and wanting to win the game, where Detroit looked like, okay, let's see what we got, because they have a new offensive coordinator out there. Ben Johnson moved on. So it looks like Detroit was using it to, like, okay, let's see how this new offense is going to look out here. Let's get guys on rhythm. Whereas the Chargers, the Harbaughs in their preseason games, brother, they have something about wanting to win all those games. But, we'll see. We've seen teams light it up in the preseason, then regular season comes around and not look so good. If I'm Detroit, am I worried? No, because the year they won 0-16, they went undefeated in the preseason. But yeah, it is what it is. It's preseason, so if I'm a Detroit fan, I'm not worried. If I'm a Chargers fan, I might be tamping down my expectations a little bit after that game.
Derpy, did Trey Lance impress you at all?
Honestly, he did. Even though it was the backups against the Lions.
Absolutely. I mean, Trey Lance is kind of fell. I mean, obviously was the future of the 49ers at one point, like quite a few years back, and now it's hard to even keep track of him in the league. They're moving him so much. Also, did anybody catch when Sterling Sharp was being interviewed?
No.
All right.
I think I posted before then.
All right. Well, Sterling Sharp, they were talking to him, and you're listening to him talk, and then you think of his brother. How does one guy talk so well and the other guy you can't listen? Shannon Sharp is one of the biggest mush mouths I've ever seen in my life. How could one brother from the same family talk so well and the other one be so inaudible, so hard to understand? Mike, it was unbelievable.
I'm glad Shannon Sharp's around, because he makes me sound like an eloquent speaker. I'm glad he's out there, because I stumble over my words. I got to say things in my head so I can get them out right, and I trip over my tongue. So thank you.
This was
Thank you, Shannon Sharp.
This is the only reasons that I'm rooting for him in all of his allegations. I don't think whatever he did is right. If he even did anything, I just need him on TV somewhere so people could hear his voice. I think our voices sound,
exactly.
Well.
Also,
Dirks.
Poor Kyle Allen last night. We just had him last year, right?
Yeah.
It's not looking good for him.
No, he looked good at one point, but you're right. Again, there's so much different things that were going on. It really felt like the Chargers were focused to play football, and again, it really felt like Detroit was trying to get a feel for what it was that they had. I don't think either team was wrong, but again, resulting in a 37-7 final score. Preseason continues next Thursday, guys, with Indianapolis and Baltimore, Cincinnati, Philadelphia. Las Vegas, Seattle continues Friday through the weekend. And, of course, the Steelers play Saturday. 1 week from tomorrow, fellas, 7 o'clock down in Jacksonville in their first preseason game. Again, Derpy, heading to camp tomorrow. Are you heading out early, Derpy? Is this going to be
early?
Yeah. How long does it take you to get over
there? Probably like 2 hours.
Yeah, you better get there early.
Also, not to mention about the other last night's game. Hampton didn't look that good.
You know what? I didn't really see too much of Hampton. How did he look, guys?
He had 2 carries for 9 yards.
Okay, I didn't.
Along of 1 carry was 8 yards. So
all right. Yeah, I mean, we're going to obviously get a lot better looks at him as time goes on. He's going to be the guy eventually, but they do have a veteran in there that's probably going to take the load to begin with, just because. I mean, why not? He's the veteran, and you got another rookie. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of these guys this year, but I'm very, very interested in seeing Hampton run the football, though. Let's get back on the board, guys. Go right about here. Okay.
A lot of messages today.
Corey says this. He says, no, don't let Derby play you guys. He thought he was going to get special treatment with the cape, and instead Ramsey and Elliott pointed and laughed, so he threw it away. Trial and error. My only concern was they were going to send Derby up front with that group again. That group that they usually wheel up front to the behind the ropes.
Yeah.
If you wore your cape, I think that they would get confused and maybe put you in that group, Derby. So that's why I'm not fighting for you to wear.
It's like in
it's a good plan. It's a good plan.
Yeah,
it's like in Euro Trip when Coop was licking the ice cream cone. He's part of the special group.
Yeah,
have a special day for a very special.
Our
boy.
very special Derby is going to camp. I'm so proud. Corey says, I'm sorry. Chad says also a fan threw a marker while McAfee was talking to Rogers, and the marker landed straight into his hand. That's wild. That would have certainly been a wild day to get up there on Wednesday. No two ways about that. Kenneth says Detroit looked like crap. Lance did look like the real deal. I agree. I couldn't agree more. He looked nice. And he should be at this point. I mean, come on, if he wants to ever
5 years, 6
survive
years,
in the league, he's got to start making some moves forward. Chad says all of us fans made Pat McAfee start dancing by singing Steelers are going to the... Okay, so you were in that group.
Nice.
I certainly read about this. Then Pat made us fans sing the wheels on the bus go round and round because Talk Bettis. That's really awesome, man. Again, I heard it was a great time. Everybody that got up there, even the kids were chanting "Fuck Myles Garrett." So
hell yeah, brother! We were right here in the Berg.
Everybody wins, baby. Good morning, Tortilla, my main man. How you doing, sir? Always great seeing Tortilla on the board. RB, my man. Also, he says they can only afford Terry if they ship Highsmith out, which I think is going to be the big topic of today's show, guys. He says the only one who makes that kind of money that's not on new money, and even when they would have to move some Queen money around. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We will certainly get into that shortly. Let me grab a couple of these last few comments, guys. RB follows it up by saying, unfortunately, this will never happen when New England and Cleveland can do it so easily. Right. Tortilla says, RB, we would even need to trade Highsmith. Steelers have a lot of cap space. Field of Steel, let everybody know. We have Ask Derpy, so let's do it. You know what, guys? It's a special day. Derpy is going to camp. Mike, let me read this
I'll find the cape and wear it.
Oh, you will?
Yeah, I'll wear it. So
Derpy, this is the best thing that ever happened to me. Mike, let me read this last message and then cue the Derpy song, would you? I'm still not high on Lance. It's the first game against backups. That's very true. Tortilla will get to that right after this.
Down in Ohio, where the winds don't sleep, Derpy's a mystery. He's in too deep. Face never shown, just a shadow's grin. Enigma like bourbon with a punch of sin. Oh, Derpy, you're the talk of the town. Steelers jersey on, never backs down. Smoke detector singing its own tune. Beeping for 2 years under that same old moon. The Comic-Con, cape flapping like thunder till the break of dawn. On 2 dung users, he's solid gold. Tales of Derpy man, they never get old. Oh, Derpy, you're the talk of the town. Steelers jersey on, never backs down. Smoke detector singing its own tune. Beeping for 2 years under that same old moon. From across state lines, Steelers in his heart, yeah, his soul aligns. Ohio born, but Pittsburgh son. Derpy runs wild, he's a loaded fun gun. A ghost in the night with a laugh so sly. Nobody knows if that's true for life. The beep beep goes the smoke alarm song. In Derpy's world, it's been beeping too long. Oh, Derpy, you're the talk of the town. Steelers jersey on, never backs down. Smoke detector singing its own tune. Beeping for 2 years under that same old moon.
There you go, everybody.
For 2 years under that same old moon.
Derpy goes to camp tomorrow, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know what? I haven't heard the chirp so far, Derpy. I don't know what's going on. It's not very unlike you, but
Beep.
Phil is still
No.
certainly bringing up the chirping on the board. But you know, it's been a long running gag on the show. If you know, Derpy had his fire alarm that was going, his smoke detector that was going off for about 2 years. I kid you not. And even after he fixed it and replaced the battery, it soon thereafter started chirping again. I don't know what's going on. I don't hear it today. But let's just keep moving forward, guys. Scary Terry's the conversation. I want to talk Scary Terry today. Let me grab one of these messages real quick. Kenneth says it'll be time for Austin and Warren's extension next year. We need money for that. We got to keep both. All right, gentlemen. Of course, the big scoop of the day is this. Everyone here heard that Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, the superstar wide receiver from Washington, requested to be traded yesterday after him and the Commanders couldn't get things done with his contract. Before everybody gets too excited, I mean, listen, I'm excited because it is a possibility. The chances,
Yes.
you know, the chances are there. Derpy, I know this is your guy. He's an Ohio State guy. I know that you would like for nothing more than Scary Terry to be a Pittsburgh Steeler next year. But before we do that, guys, let's take a look at the odds because there are already odds out on who is going to land Scary Terry, guys. So at a negative 250 is the Commanders, pretty much only because he's still there. But again, after yesterday, I think these numbers might change a little bit. The team that has the best chances here, guys, on a plus 450 is the Patriots. A plus 500 is the Raiders. A plus 1100 is the Titans. A plus 1100 is the Chargers. A plus 1300 is the Jets. Plus 1400 odds are the Browns. Plus 1500 odds are the Steelers. Plus 1600 is the Cardinals. And finally, plus 2500 is the Seattle Seahawks. Again, these numbers might be skewed a little bit. I don't know. This is the latest that I got as of this morning on the odds for where Scary Terry might land. But again, at the end of the day, Mike, I'm seeing that the Commanders are at a negative 250, and it's favoring them. But after this request last night, I would think that would have changed. But I did. This is the latest odds that I was able to pull up. Oh, with the mic.
I like those odds.
Oh, sorry, I had the mic muted during the song. So I can see New England getting in there because they have a lot of cap space. But you know, don't discount old Omar Khan here. We can find ways to make money. The salary cap's malleable. You know, it'll come back to bite you in the ass eventually. But you know what? Pittsburgh needs to take the old Jim Rutherford approach. Fuck them draft picks. Fuck that salary cap. We'll make it work. We're going to go get our guy, and we're going to go and try and win a championship or two and contend for the next couple years. And then after that, if we're in salary cap hell, oh, well, we'll figure it out then. You know, if you want to win, go out and do it now. And like Omar said early in the week at camp, he's like, we're not finished building this roster. So go out and make a splash. You know, fuck it.
This is the one that everybody's talking about. Obviously, what would you trade? He's requesting to be traded, so you have to look at as well. Who kind of lines up in this value zone? Who kind of who could make it possible? Mike, the big name that I'm hearing, and I've seen about 600 places so far since the news, has of course been Alex Highsmith. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be against the trade-off between Alex Highsmith and Scary Terry. I know the obvious. Of course, you lose that run defense on that side of the line.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, if you're scoring maybe 10 more points a game because of this particular player on the offensive side of the ball, maybe that evens things out a little bit. I, for one, think that we have nice outside help, guys that are ready to step forward into that position with some of these younger guys, and obviously stopping the run would be the big concern because a few of these guys that are behind him, your Nick Herbigs, guys like this who can make plays, aren't exactly the biggest guys. And again, that comes into play when you're talking about stopping the run. So Mike, again, Highsmith has been the top name that I've been hearing about so far in regards to if there could be a trade between the Steelers and the Commanders for Terry McLaurin. Obviously there would be more that would go into that. I mean, at this point I would give him, you'd start thinking draft picks in this as well, Mike. Where are you on this road?
Like we have the cap this year to keep Highsmith. If we don't want to use a player, that's how, like on some of the space or sites it's shown we have a decent chunk of change. Others show it's a little tight. But if you don't have to trade Highsmith, start offering, hey, 3 and a 5. How do you like that? Because we took it only took a second round pick to get DK Metcalf.
Like Washington, Scary Terry at your disposal. Do you take a 3 and a 5?
No,
me neither.
No, I would
especially if you have all these other teams that are interested in as well. I don't think a 3 and a 5 flies at all.
And that potentially could be, finishing worse than the Steelers. But you started out there, gauge their interest. Say, hey, we're willing to move. And teams know Omar Khan's going to try and lowball you until you get to the offer where you want. I would try and keep Highsmith this year and him because you're going all in.
That's right.
I wouldn't be opposed to saying, hey, we'll give you this year's number 1. Fuck it. You want to go win. You have Will Howard. If you think he's going to be your guy, give up that first round pick and let the chips fall where they may. Go all out.
That's been my theory as well. If you're going to go all in, don't go halfway. If you go all in, you got to go all in. Otherwise, you're going to have all these questions down the road. Say they get to the playoffs with the team that they have and they win a game. They maybe, say they win 2 games, for an example. Then you start saying to yourself, man, if we would have just tried to get Terry McLaurin, man, if we would have just tried to, do this or do that. So again, my theory is this: if you're going to go in, go all in. You can't go half-ass when you're going all in.
Yeah, you can't. And if you want to keep making moves, he's the guy. If you can't get him, you still have a backup option out there. And oh my God, I always forget his name. The free agent receiver, not Gabe Davis.
Amari
Cooper. Yeah, he's a nice fallback option. But try and get him. And you know what? Trade that first round pick. You have plenty of picks where you can package them up and move into the tail end of the first round if you start to see someone fall, and package the next year's first round pick to move back up and in. Just keep moving picks around. Do what you have to do to win. If you think Scary Terry puts you over the top, puts you in a top 4, top 5 team because you have the defense for it. Now you get him on offense. Now that's a scary looking offense. So go ahead and do it. Worst case scenario, it fails and it sucks. You get, God damn, this kind of sucks. But guess what? You still have a nice roster there as well to go out and get a young quarterback in the 2nd, 3rd round, or build with Will Howard and move forward. Fuck it, go out and do it. I'm ready for it.
We have 12 or 13 picks, I believe.
Yeah,
So
we have plenty to work with. And listen, if we really wanted to try this, that's what I'm saying. If you go all in, go all in. If you really wanted to attempt this move, which I'm going to get to the board in just a second, there's some differing opinions. Mike, you have to go all in. You're not going to be able to give a half-ass approach to this and a half-ass offer. You want to go all in. You want to be a champion. Shoot for a championship season. I mean, teams do this all the time. Go all in. Get the guy that you want, and you're going to have to pay up dearly because, again, if somebody's coming to us trying to get our star from us, we're certainly going to make them pay through the tooth and get whatever we can out of it. So I wouldn't see how Washington could be any different. Let's jump back on the board, guys. Tortilla says Warren and Austin are gone next year. Roman will take Austin's role, and Johnson will be running back 1 next year, providing that the man can learn how to block. Apparently, this seems to be the big hang-up on Caleb Johnson. To me, it's not vital, but that's me personally. He's a running back, and if he's I don't know. He's my tailback. I'm not worried about it. But again, Jaylen Warren is there as well, Mike. The guy could put a lick on somebody and maybe he could rub off on him. But let's move forward. RB says, wait, someone would actually want to keep Midget and Warren over Scary Terry. I know. It's just, what, we've been deprived so long with scoring points. It's, it's almost like it's such a dopamine rush whenever you hear things like this. Can you imagine with this offense that we rebuilt and is starting to look better, throwing Terry McLaurin on the other side? It does. I mean, you can't help but get excited about the thought of it. Amongst many other receivers, not just Scary Terry, but if it was a lot of other people, it could be the same way as well. That's just be where we be right now. Tortilla says Khan definitely sounded like he wasn't fishing or any more wide receivers, but he also did say he's always open to it. So we could land Terry, but I highly doubt it. We trade any key players for him. And that's what it would come down to, in my opinion, Tortilla. It would have to be a big trade. You got to look at your options and see. And again, I think that's why Alex does pop up a lot, because he would kind of be a sensible option. Have they go that route. Dustin, welcome to the board, sir. Always welcome to the show, man. He says, you're not getting Terry, but it's fun to dream. Hey, guess what? 31 other teams aren't going to win the Super Bowl this year, but are we going to stop, wanting it to happen? That's why we love the sport, right? Tortilla says it would be like a 2027 third. RB says Terry has better seasons, just multiple, than Austin's entire career in halfback, twos and ones and a million. It's not even discussion. Pittsburghers way overvalue their own guys. Absolutely. We sure do.
Every team, every fan base does.
I think so, yeah.
Did you guys mention this yet?
What's that?
Did you see that we were rated 91 defense in Madden 26?
I will. I'm going to get to all the Madden numbers in just a moment for the gamers. I'll get into that in just a second. No, you're fine, Derpy. Let's see. Corey says that would make sense because Washington does need to improve their pass rush. We have depth there. Plus, we've invested so much in defense, and it proved to not be. We hope to start. Let's invest in the O. Dustin saying that Terry will be signed by the Commanders soon. He's disgruntled. They're going to have to. They're going to have to pay him out the ass. No two ways about it. I mean, he's requesting to be traded, so that element goes into it as well. Corey says just give it a second. Call it a day. Tortilla says, Corey, we haven't seen this new defense. You know what? We haven't, but you have to think it's going to be good. I mean, there's a lot of things that point to it's going to be better than it was, and it wasn't a bad defense. And also for a defense that had to carry the load for the offense for 5 seasons, maybe now getting a little bit of that pressure taken off you, the defense could hold out a little longer. But again, this defense carries this team through a lot of wins. I mean, think about the early wins last year, the Denver game, the Chargers game. You don't win those 18-12 wins without playing great defense. So, again, I would think the defense would certainly improve. We went out and made some major moves. And if these guys, I'm feeling good about the defense. I am feeling good about the defense.
4 guys that are Super Bowl champions, not to mention.
We brought in all kind of talent. No two ways about that. And draft picks. So a lot of things going on for Pittsburgh this year. Moving in the right direction. I got to be honest. This is a very strange way to rebuild your team while on the run. Again, if they could go through this rebuilding process, Mike, and get into the playoffs and advance and start and continue to improve as a team, it's impressive because most teams hit shit bottom every time they go to rebuild. We're not hitting shit bottom. We were able to do it on a run. We were able to do it on a fly. Again, nobody wants to hear about the over 500 record anymore. Quite frankly, neither do I. But at the end of the day, if they are able to do that and turn this team around in this rebuilding process without dropping below that line, I think that says something about the organization, and you got to feel good about this because, again, we didn't have to hit shit bottom just like 31 other 2 teams. Mike, this team hasn't the longest tenured team since they have a number 1 draft pick is the Steelers. 1970 was the last time we had a number 1 draft pick, obviously picking Terry Bradshaw, but that shows you that this team is never at the bottom of the league. I mean, you have your odd seasons here or there throughout time, but again, Mike, this great franchise can possibly pull off this rebuild without hitting shit bottom. And with that being said, Mike, not even going below 500 while doing that's got to be impressive.
Yeah, not picking below 20. We traded up for Project Jones, so I'm not counting that. So, it made the playoffs too with, Mason Rudolph, Mitch Trubisky, and Kenny Pickett as your 3 quarterbacks to get you to the playoffs. That shows that this team has talent on especially on the defensive side of the ball, and they were barely getting it done on offense. So now you actually have an offense in here. This team is ready to explode. So why not see if you can make this trade work out somehow and make, negotiate with Scary Terry. Be like, you might not get all your money up front, but we can, that second year, we can make it work for you. Do you want to come here? Do you want to come with a franchise that has a better track record than your current team? Take a little less this year,
but then he
will reward you the next year. Exactly. Yeah,
he could turn around and say I was just in the NFC Championship. Why would
exactly.
I leave that?
Yeah.
But again, if you take anything from what you're seeing from Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh being the football town that it is, that has an effect on players. When you come here, there's a certain vibe about this city that makes you want to play harder. When you get out there and there's 35,000 terrible towels waving around, that makes you want to play harder. And again, if that means anything to a football player, just maybe that could resonate inside of Scary Terry's head. If we do try to pursue him, of course, I think that the phones are definitely in the works today after this announcement was made yesterday evening about Terry McLaurin. Again, Mike, the odds, there's about 10 teams on this list. Yeah. We are not the top team by any means. We are behind the Commanders, Patriots, Raiders, Titans, Chargers, Jets, and Browns. But again, Omar Khan has been known to do the impossible. He's been doing things with this team, Mike, over the past couple of seasons that I have not seen as long as I've been a Steeler fan, and just being aggressive in free agency like we have, just doing different things. So if anybody might could pursue this, at least I think that Omar Khan is right in the middle of this whole thing.
Oh yeah, he'll, he's going to call and reach out and see what it would take to make it work. And then, he was the cap guru for the Steelers for the longest time. So I'm sure he's in discussion with his new cap gurus to, hey, crunching numbers, can we make it work? Any way we can make it work, going through all the bases. It'll be awesome if it happened. I probably put it at like 85% chance of this not happening. But with Omar Khan, you never know. You never know what's going to happen with him.
Did you really think that we were ever going to have DK Metcalf? And don't get me wrong. I mean, just generally the Steelers, the league, what you know about football, I would have never guessed that we would have landed DK Metcalf. Yeah. I just something that, again, a Steeler team generally wouldn't have pulled off. Here we are, Mike. We have him and Jalen Ramsey and Darius Slay. And, I mean, go down the list again, Mike. You got to like what Omar Khan's doing. And, of course, he said it best. He won't consider an accomplishment or an achievement until they win a Super Bowl. This is the mindset of the people in the office as they try to build this team. That tells you a little bit about, what's going on in the mindset of the team, guys. If this is where the owners are at, we're trying to build a team. We're not going out trying to skimp. We're not going to try to get people on money, this, that, the other. Like, this team is being built to win a championship, and that's why I said if you feel that you got it this year, go all in. Don't go halfway all in. Yeah. Because you're going to get halfway all in results. Go all in. Get your guys, and it happens around our pro leagues in this country all the time. Teams stack, they win championships. It's now. So if you feel that you could do it, go out and get that guy.
Yeah, if you can, you can. If you can't, that's okay. Have a plan B, and hopefully our oh my god, I keep forgetting his name, Amari Cooper. If he's out there and still available, and we're not comfortable with the receivers that we had after the first game, give him a call. He's a nice plan
Amari,
to have.
I'm not going to be thrilled with Amari because here's the thing: he's not exactly thriving. He didn't thrive in Cleveland. He didn't thrive. But compared to Scary Terry is what I'm talking about, Mike. If you're building a championship team, I think Scary Terry is levels above Amari Cooper, and I think that I don't know. I would rather have Scary Terry. Amari Cooper's a bit of a head case. We know this, and obviously we've had issues before on this team. We're trying to avoid issues as we're moving forward, and I would love to have Scary Terry. I would like to have Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I think Scary Terry still.
Listen, if Amari was that valuable, people would be knocking down his door to get him on their team.
Exactly. Yeah. Especially like the way once he went to the Bills and his production kind of dropped. Everyone to the Bills because he was him and Scary Terry were there for like 1,000 yards for everyone. And then last year, once he went to the Bills, and it just did not look good for Amari Cooper.
Let's get back on the board. Kenneth says Washington will pay him. We will see. We'll certainly be following this closely as the weekend goes on, looking for any kind of scoop, any kind of hints. RB says we don't have the cash now because Terry wants his new deal right now, starting day 1, 30 to 35 million. Tortilla says I feel like it's a mistake to trade Highsmith for Terry. If I could, I'd try for both. I mean, that'd be the best case scenario, right? But I think in all reality, if you're trying to pursue a guy like McLaurin, you're going to be giving up something quite valuable and maybe overpaying in a sense. RB says this is why you don't pay an edge $41 million a year. You have DK and Terry. You don't need to rush a quarterback next year. Almost anyone not named Kenny or Mitch could make that work. Tortilla says RB giving him a contract would probably open up more money this year, to be honest, and going into the future it wouldn't handicap us. Hayward will retire and open up money. Tortilla says TJ is better than DK and Terry, but he doesn't touch the ball again, the guy makes 3 big plays a game, which are huge plays. We need offensive help. We do. We have to be able to move the ball. We got to be able to stay on the field. Don't have 3 and outs. Be productive. Put points on the board. Put 7s instead of 3s. So all these things got to go into becoming a better football team, and those are things that you would get by bringing in a McLaurin. But TJ's value certainly isn't forgotten here because, again, he is the highest paid player in the league that's not a quarterback. So we definitely, we keep that in mind. Also, Corey says Tortilla, no, but based off what we've seen in the past years, we've overpaid defense for so long and not hardly put any points ever on the board, invest in a high-powered offense. And that's where I'm going with this. If you're going to go in, go in. Don't piss around. Don't go halfway. Get your guy. Let's win this thing. Let's go get it. Let's make a story out of this season.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Tortilla says that's the team's whole identity, bro. I know the NFL changed, but the Steelers never will. You're starting to see change, though, guys. I mean, you got to admit, this is definitely different from the Steelers I grew up with. And,
So do.
Kenneth says we got like 17 left, but need $5 million for emergency. Mark Malone, what's up, brother? Nice to see Mark Malone on the board. Mark says we're going to be right there at the end this year. I'm feeling better as time goes on. I really am. Unless they come on and lay a big goose egg in week 1 against the Jets, I'm going to continue to feel good for a while. And again, next week, for Saturday, guys, we get to see our team play against Jacksonville in the preseason. We're going to get a look at backups, rookies, free agents. Howard, everybody. We're going to get a look at it all, and I got to be honest, I can't wait. Tortilla. Yeah, he's looking sharp. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Will Howard, Derpy. Another one of your Ohio State guys. Let's see. Tortilla says Con sounded like he's the sounded like he's the team right now. I highly doubt we trade any starters. Only reason we traded Minka because we got 2 Pro Bowl starters. Highsmith was better than number 39 last year. Theo Isaacs, hey, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back to the board. He says Terry is coming to Pittsburgh, and he follows it up by saying this team is going to win the Super Bowl.
I love his optimism.
Vegas, welcome back on the board. Always great seeing Vegas. Vegas says Terry is damaged goods. His ankle has been hurt for 7 months. Tortilla, trading Highsmith and starting Herbig would be a tremendous week. It would, and that's why I made a point to bring that up too. I think that you lose that. You would lose that run defense, absolutely. Highsmith is a good run defender, and Herbig, he's a good pass rusher. But we would definitely need somebody to stop the run on that side of the line.
Jigsaw.
Vegas says who would want to play for the Raiders?
Right? No one in their right mind.
As Vegas, that's out his way. Paranormal the Funhouse. Welcome to the board. Tortilla, Herbig is nice, but that's because he's in a rotation. Kenneth says our defensive depth is for the future. And I got to be honest with you, the depth on the defensive line they've been dropping like flies over the past couple of days. No significant names. Don't get worried. No, nobody that you don't want to hear, but they're dropping flies. I think we lost 3 backup defensive tackles. We're guys trying to make the team. Just the other 2 days ago in practice, we brought somebody in for work yesterday to try them out. We also signed somebody. We'll get more into that here shortly as well. But the depth on that line, it's certainly thinning as camp goes on.
Probably because of the weather. But
I mean, possibly.
It's been hot.
Where we at?
Still need depth. Still need depth, Derpy.
I know.
Tortilla, I know it's our identity, but we need a balanced attack. We can't continue to be lopsided. Our defense can't dominate half of the season, and the offense never gets going because then we're cooked. And you're right, and that's why I hope that a lot of this stuff that we're doing is helping the team make those steps to move forward. And again, we won't know until next week, guys, as we start to see this team on the field in preseason. Tortilla says, I think Cooper is hurt. That could explain why he didn't play well in Buffalo. Again, I mean, people aren't exactly knocking down the door of Amari Cooper either.
No.
Even when he was in Cleveland trying to find somewhere to go. I mean, yeah, he went to Buffalo, but again, he's just
ever since he left Dallas, he hasn't been the same.
You have to see something special coming from him. I think one of these seasons in order for his name to get back up. He just seems like he's losing value to me. Again, if he wasn't, people would be trying to. He's a free agent still. People need receivers. Tortilla says trading Highsmith would be a mistake, bro. I'm telling you, you don't want Herb. And I know I don't. That was definitely hard our run game if Herbig was on. It was starting on that side. So believe me, I'm considering that as well. But when you're looking at numbers, contracts, players, worth, this, that, Highsmith is the obvious, I think, name to throw around. But again, we're still way down on the odds list here. But like the eighth or ninth team, guys, being behind Washington themselves, New England, Las Vegas, Tennessee, the Chargers, the Jets, the Browns. They're all ahead of us as far as odds. And, odds makers kind of know what they're talking about a lot of the time. Sometimes they don't, but it is something to consider.
I got something, Ryan.
What's up, bro?
It's not Steelers related, but it is football related, NFL related. It looks like Dallas is struggling. They might not be able to get Parsons. He might ask for a trade.
Couldn't happen to a better team. Anytime it's Cleveland, Dallas, or Baltimore, you love to hear it. So good.
Yeah, that just he hasn't asked for a trade yet, but it was just rumors of it basically.
Tortilla says Herbig is great to come in and give our starters a break, but starting teams would just run to his side every time with a guard pulling and get him pancaked. Absolutely, I agree 100%. 100%. Vegas says Steelers have a $17.547 million available cap space, still with 3 contracts they can reconstructure. RB says TJ is more valuable than Terry and DK both? ? Remind me how many playoff wins does Terry have? It's a good point.
He has more than TJ Watt.
Absolutely. Good morning. Good afternoon. I'm sorry to Maddie Wibbs on the board. Maddie Wibbs says hi. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the board. Great to have you. Tortilla says RB Terry was the same as TJ until they got a franchise quarterback. TJ has lost to 3 MVPs in the playoffs and has had no franchise quarterback for most of the playoffs. I mean, there's certainly a lot. I mean, if it's a good headline, but again, if once you dig into it, there's certainly a lot of facts that make it make sense, I think. RB says Malik Harris is better run defender than Highsmith, and Herbig is a better pass rusher. Interesting, Mike. Malik Harrison. I'm sorry, kind of slipped my mind. I guess that could be I guess that could be an approach if you would deal Alex Highsmith.
I think Malik Harrison's going to be their inside backer depth.
Is he?
Right there. Yeah, he's not an outside edge. He's going to be right dab in the middle.
Yeah. Why do we not have anybody with size at that position anymore?
We got Jack Sawyer. That's why we brought him in. And Nick Herbig is the speed rusher. Jack Sawyer's the more power rush defender. And Nick Herbig, you can bounce him around inside and outside in sub packages.
Let me ask you this. Let me say we trade away Alex Highsmith for Scary Terry. Again, I mean, it's a big if.
Yeah.
Do you throw Jack Sawyer, the rookie, in to be your starting outside linebacker on that side? It doesn't, unless he really comes along, Mike. I mean, that's a big jump between the pros and college football. Some guys can make it. Most guys, they have to work, to get to that point.
That's why Highsmith wouldn't be a part of any trade package, because now you lose your depth on the outside. You just have to be draft pick compensation and then figure out a way to make the cap work.
Tortilla says Terry isn't a Hall of Famer, bro. Neither is DK. Comparing him to Watt is like saying you want Ocho Cinco over Ray Lewis. Tortilla says,
you're not wrong, Tortilla.
Not wrong.
No, I mean, both of the guys got arguments. No two ways about it. Tortilla also says Harrison is a middle linebacker with the ability to play edge. Vegas says Captain Jack is better versus the run than Herbig. I think we could all agree on that one for sure. I'm sorry. Sticky B, what you know about Sticky B? Sticky B says, let the con artist cook. Most exciting Steelers offseason I can remember. I'm right with you there, Sticky. I really am. I in multiple ways, I think that he's doing amazing things. And, I could be sticky at times too. RB says, talented, undersized defensive ends around 235, 245, or dime a dozen anymore. And that's all a 3-4 edge is anymore. None of them cover. Corey, my man, he says, look, I know Herbig isn't the perfect replacement, but practice makes perfect, so he needs to take the next step into the starting role at some point. Rip off the Band-Aid. TJ's mentorship helped Alex. Tortilla says Herbig is undersized, bro. It's not that he isn't talented. It's that he's getting his shit pushed. And again, on run plays, it's a different beast. And again, this is why listen, you guys are both putting up good points. I'm just going to continue on. RB says Malik Harrison played edge on rundowns in Baltimore. Yes, correct. Too much information. I think probably going back to the sticky comment. But guys, this is where we are right now. Again, as of yesterday, Terry McLaurin does request a trade from Washington, which I don't blame him. I'm going to be honest with you. But come on, this team was in the national NFC championship game last year. That's certainly got to be playing in his head. And also, Mike, if he's, you're a good player, you look for good teams who have a chance. And sometimes guys like this, they look for teams that are just missing that one position. And they really feel that they could be a big part of that. And I think the Steelers fall into that category. With some of these other teams, Mike, I don't think he's a big difference maker to where it takes the team over that hump. I'm looking at your Raiders are above us, again, with the plus 500 in the odds. The Titans are way more than one receiver away. The Chargers have a lot of good things going on. Believe me, if he ends up in Los Angeles playing with them, watch out, because the Chargers have been building this team for about 3 seasons now. Defense was tops in the league, if not close to the top, if not the top. And the offense has certainly improved with the new head coach, last year of Jim Harbaugh. I think he could certainly improve that team. The Jets, he makes no difference. The Browns makes no difference for this team. The Cardinals, the Seahawks. So any teams, Mike, that I see him really going and looking at and saying, okay, where can I go to be that piece? It would either be Pittsburgh, the Chargers, or stay with the Commanders.
Yeah, but the Commanders themselves can go like, oh, you don't want to sign here? Okay, we're going to trade you to a team that has a lot of cap space, but you might not go anywhere, and we're going to get better draft picks for you. So we'll send you there. That's the danger of asking for or demanding a trade. So like he has no control where he goes. Like the team has all the control at that point.
Vegas said the Raiders are not. No, there was about 20 pieces with Las Vegas. They need a lot go on down there. Pete Carroll. They hired Pete Carroll to save the day. I'm sure things are going to go great in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Tortilla says if Herbig has that much potential, then trade him in with a pick swap. Corey says sounds like Herbig needs to work out with James Harrison. Ever since I saw the dude, I don't give short guys excuses anymore. He was a muscle house, but he had to learn how to work with his height. So this is what we're waiting on, guys. I mean, everyone's going to kind of keep their eyes on their phones and their social media over the weekend to look for the breaking Adam Schefter news, I'm sure. But I know when I heard that he was being requested to be traded, did I not dance? Even if you might even call it a shuffle across the floor with excitement of thinking of the possibility of possibly bringing Scary Terry.
I was getting ready to call 911. I thought you were having a seizure and a stroke at the same time, brother. I did not know what was going on. I was kind of worried for you.
I just floated. I floated the whole way across the room. It was something to see, apparently.
You did something, and it was scary. It was almost as bad as the Elaine dance.
Tortilla says Washington also loses all their leverage by Terry asking for a trade. RB says Terry's also rumored not to like the fit is Washington. Daniels is a deep ball or bust guy. Terry is a yak god. If you actually watch Daniels, his timing throws are they are, and that's what And the thing was, he was able to get them where he did last year with what he was doing as a rookie. I think he's going to be scary down the road. Talking about the quarterback, of course, Mike. I think that they got themselves a real deal down there.
I think he's a beast, and my God, he's I'm pulling up his completion percentage. I know it was pretty good for a rookie in the NFL last year, and that offense is,
and again, I mean,
69% completion percentage. That's insane. Quarterback.
And another
good
thing about this also, Mike, I mean, you take a team like the Redskins or the Commanders, and you're a rookie, and you're just a game away, an arm's length away from going to the Super Bowl. If that don't tell you a lot about what they're doing in Washington and what this young quarterback brings to that team. So again, Terry might, again, that's why we're having this conversation, right?
Yeah. The only thing I'm worried about him is like he did have 3 fumbles as a, running. You can work on that. He's still 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. The cat can play. You can play
absolutely. Ball. Tortilla says, I was watching a podcast where they said that there is no way Terry is leaving Washington. And right as he said that, Terry requested a trade. Vegas says, sounds like Ryan could have been in the Olympic break. You know what? If you would have seen whatever that was that I did yesterday, apparently it was something. I didn't feel my feet moving. When I heard the scoop of him request to be traded, I kind of glided across the floor, and Mike and other people at the studio witnessed it, unfortunately, I guess.
It was my man was living in the moment and was it was beautiful to see, but ugly at the same time, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean. I think they know what you mean as well. Mike, let's get back to let's talk some camp yesterday. Let's kind of get caught up on the
Mm-hmm.
on what's going on as far as camp. Mike, Roman Wilson's big catch over Joey Porter Jr. They're calling the catch of the preseason so far as camp goes. Mike, amazing. Joey Porter or Roman kind of goes over top of him in a way.
Yeah.
Joey starts to fall. Roman makes this amazing catch. Mike, Roman Wilson. Now we're talking wide receivers. Now we're talking what it is that we want to do. Does Roman Wilson have to have a better than average rookie season? I'm going to call his rookie season because we didn't see him last year, if at all, very little. Mike, does he have to play great this year?
Not great, and he has to play good. Play some good football for the team. I'm not picturing him having like an 900 yard season. If he can get around 550, 750 in that range, 4 to 5 touchdowns, that would be a nice productive season for him and for the team, him being worked into this offense, because there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to want the ball thrown to him. So I don't think anyone's going to have these crazy outlandish production numbers, but if he can land into that range, I'll take it with a lot of key catches, key third downs. I think he's going to be he can be a productive receiver. You might look at his stat lines. Everyone's receiving stat lines go, oh, they're not pretty, but you're like, oh man, this team put up some yards in numbers because the ball is going to get spread around. So I don't think he's going to have like that, rookie seasons we're used to seeing high guys have like 800,000 yards.
I think
he's going to be in that mid range, that 5.5 to 7.5 range.
Again, I think this story tells a lot about this season. Tells a lot about Roman Wilson. Again, injured out all last year after coming off a national championship win with Michigan the previous year. We got to get a look at this guy, Mike. I just don't know. I'm hearing great things about him and a handful of other players that I just can't wait to watch next Saturday when we travel down to Jacksonville for our first preseason game. Let's grab a couple of these messages on the board. Vegas said showed off his 3.25-inch vertical. That's not my vertical, Vegas. I just see them. All right, yeah. Let's move on. Glenn says, welcome to the board, Glenn. Welcome to the show. Great to see you, sir. He says, what are the actual odds that the Steelers trade for Terry? The actual odds are a plus 1,500. These are the official odds by way of Vegas. What was that, Mike?
That is Derpy choking a duck over there.
Okay, I'm choking a duck.
I hope it's just choking a duck because it does not sound pretty, brother.
So these are the odds, Glenn. The Commanders are still the top team odds-wise in Vegas to bring McLaurin back. The next team with the best odds is the Patriots with a 450. Raiders with a plus 500, Titans with a plus 1,100, Chargers with a plus 1,100, Jets plus 1,300, the Browns plus 1,400, and again, the Steelers plus 1,500. A couple teams behind them, the Cardinals, Seahawks. But those are the official odds. I guess I can't give you a better answer than that. This is what the odds are according to Vegas as we speak. Again, Commanders are still in the top spot. They are at a negative 250, a minus 250 on the odds. But again, who knows? Who knows? Again, last night, I'm seeing on the board, people were saying, I didn't think that Terry McLaurin will be traded. Next thing you know, he's requesting to be traded. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But again, we are down on that list. And a lot of these other teams do have a lot of things that they could give up as well, Mike, as far as money. And so, again, hopeful, yes. Percentage, not so high. But there is a chance. I mean, Omar Khan, if anybody, Mike, again, is there any other time in Steeler history that you would think that this move would be able to be pulled off under anybody besides Omar Khan?
No. Yeah, he would be the only one. Kevin Colbert, it would be a non-starter. DK Metcalf would have been a non-starter. Jalen Ramsey would have been a non-starter. So, yeah, he would be the only one.
Corey says, I saw a YouTube short that said Rodgers to DK, and it was DK going over the top of JPJ. But it was out of that was an amazing. Yeah, it was a great play. A
damn good coverage by
both of the guys. The catch itself was was great.
The effort all around. Yeah, the not quitting, but that showed that whole sequence showed Porter didn't barely even use his hands at all. Just used the sideline as a tool. You angled him out of bounds. So you want to see from Porter less handwork, more use of your body positioning and angling people out of bounds.
Mike Tortilla Jackson, he says if Roman doesn't pan out, Michigan was definitely cheating. I like it.
Michigan does not cheat, brother.
You know what? Between the
Lies.
two guys on the panel here with me, they will love that because again, Mike, the big Penn State fan, and Derpy, the big Ohio State fan, would probably say that Michigan cheated, right, guys?
They cheated.
I
for
wouldn't.
sure.
I wouldn't say that they beat Ohio State, so they did not cheat, brother.
They stole signs.
Vegas
You ain't
says
cheating. You ain't trying, baby.
yeah, this one will really piss me off. Vegas says he'll end up on KC or Baltimore.
Right.
Yeah,
That'll be our luck. Terry McLaurin, and you know, all these players that Baltimore's been bringing over there, you know, you wouldn't think they would be able to afford them. They would be the team. That would be our luck. We would be facing McLaurin, Lamar Jackson,
Henry.
Yeah, Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry. Come on, let's
Hopkins.
just pray to the football gods that doesn't happen, guys. RB says Washington could better their odds if they went back to the Redskins. I like the Redskins, guys. My high school was it was the Indians, so I'm never gonna be on the other side of that argument. I like the Redskins, and I'd like to see them come back, but we never know. We'll never know. We will see, though, guys. Let's move on, though, Mike. Yesterday, also at practice, Rudy, our boy Rudy, he threw a pick six to Miles Killebrew. The ball was deflected. Miles Killebrew took it to the house. That was one of the highlights of the day yesterday. Also, what else we see? And Mike, a bunch of defensive tackles. Again, nobody of interest. Maybe even one name you might be familiar with. I know Dean Lowry is on that list of people that went down, Mike. But there was 3 guys altogether. I'll try to pull up the list if I can grab it real quick. But we do know that there has been issues. Here it is. Dean Lowry, Jacob Slade, and we mentioned yesterday, Asezi Otomewo all suffered knee injuries and are being evaluated. None of them practiced yesterday. Also, guys, the Steelers were working out former 4th-round defensive tackle Cameron Young. Cameron Young, if that name's familiar to you, we were working him out. And also, I got a report here that the Steelers did sign defensive tackle Kyler Baugh, who was in the UFL. I think he played for St. Louis possibly. So there's a lot going on with the depth of the defensive tackle position at this time. No two ways about it. And my main concern with this, on top of all that, is that Cam is not young anymore. The guy's a big guy.
Yeah.
You know, you get an injury with that size, you might be out longer than you would like to be. And that kind of puts us behind the 8 ball as far as the run stopping goes, is he's a big part of the defensive line.
Yeah, we need Cam to be healthy. I noticed the other day in practice, he was just off by himself doing some light running. I don't know if that was just a conditioning thing. He hasn't popped up on any injury reports. So let's just keep Cam healthy. Let all these other guys take all the injuries. It sucks for them, but it's good for the team.
Yeah.
Because we need Cam, we need Harmon, we need Benton, we need Wyatt Black, we need those guys.
And so I think these young guys are going to make such an impact. Mike, I think Black's going to make such an impact. I think Harmon's going to make such an impact on that line. I can't wait to see these guys play next week.
Yeah, like Wyatt Black, like his numbers, like his 40 time was slow. I think his 40-yard.
I don't need this guy running
shuttle
40s.
Skills were slow, but like watching him in practice, his get off on the ball was he was quick off the ball.
A defensive tackle's 40 time means nothing to me. If the guy gets off the ball fast, he's disruptive. He's been swatting balls out of the air. Mike, they've only been practicing for a week. You got to like what you're hearing about.
I like that, yeah. And like he looked quick. The only thing I look at in the 40-yard dash for those guys is that 10-yard split. Like, how explosive are you? And he looked really explosive. Harmon is explosive.
I've heard nothing bad about either of these.
If you can get both of those guys on the outside and line Cam up in the middle when all 3 are out there, that's a scary little unit right there. Then you have your linebackers prowling around doing whatever.
Are you saying put Cam basically in the KC Hampton role? Put him in the middle and have him take up blockers. Let your linebackers do the work.
Yeah, when they go to three-man set like that.
Mike, that's not the worst idea ever, because again, at his age, I mean, he's a little less mobile. Put him in the middle. Let him take up 2 blockers every play. Let him be that big presence.
I would do it in downs when it's like, okay, or is it you're in that intermediate run pass option? If you want to go a 3-man front, I would do that. Let him eat up the blocks, and then just have those other 2 guys crash the edges. Then you have your linebackers flying around, your safeties flying around. a lot could be done with that. And like Benton may not be your prototypical nose tackle, but he's a quick nose tackle, and that's how he disrupts the run, is splitting those gaps. So if you rotate Cam over the middle, Wyatt Black over the middle, beat down those centers and guards, then you rotate Keanu Benton in there, and those guys are tired. His quickness can pay off.
Mike, yesterday at practice, the 7 shots, 4-3. The defense wins yesterday as the day before the offense won, Mike. Aaron Rodgers, a fade to Metcalf was broken up by Slay. 1 point for the defense. Rodgers to Metcalf touchdown over Ramsey, point to the offense. Aaron Rodgers passed out to Wilson, was broken up by Slay. 1 point for the defense. Rudolph comes in on the 7 shots in practice yesterday, Mike. Rudolph, he threw a touchdown to Woods over Thornhill. Offense gets a point. Rudolph also throws an incomplete pass to Woods, broken up by Thornhill. Defense gets the point. Will Howard enters the game. He throws to Johnson, a touchdown over Eccles, past Eccles, offense point. And then finally, Howard throws to Galbraith, an incomplete pass. It was high, and that gave the defense the point, and the defense wins. 7 shots yesterday in practice. Again, very random information that doesn't really mean much to many, but these are the things that are going on at camp in St. Vincent College in Latrobe as we speak, guys. Well, not right now, because, again, tonight is Friday Night Lights. If you want to get up to Friday Night Lights, get up there. It starts at 7 o'clock p.m. The gates open at 5 o'clock, and you won't see Derpy at the Friday Night Lights this year. You'll see him tomorrow. But do get up to Friday Night Lights tonight, as this is going to be it, guys, because you got Friday Night Lights, and then you got Saturday, Sunday, regular 155 practices. Monday will be off. The Steelers will be off, and then they'll be at it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with 155 practices, and then next Saturday, guys, at 7 o'clock p.m., the Pittsburgh Steelers in Northeast Florida will be there to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars in our first preseason game. I got to be honest, guys, I can't wait. I got a little taste, Mike. I got a little taste on my tongue of the NFL last night, and I got to be honest. I cannot wait till next Saturday. Is there any? It's like Christmas when you're a kid. You can't. There's that week. You think, what can I do to make this week go faster? This is where I am mentally. I'm a 4-year-old.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, brother. I can't wait. My whistle has been wetted, or whatever the saying is. I'm fired up, ready to go. Once preseason's over, brother, man, we got college football, then the pros. Yeah. It's just football every day.
Mike, it's August 1st. Say what you want. This is August 1st, guys. I mean, if
this offseason, dude, has flown by so fast.
It really is.
And hopefully the time keeps going, because next Saturday, we lace, strap it up that chin strap and whoop some Jacksonville Jaguar ass. I can't wait, dude. I am so pumped for this football season. I haven't been this stoked in a long time.
Corey says, well, that's not a good start to that 4,200 yard and 35 touchdown season from Mr. Christmas. Of course, Mason, I think, right? Yeah, that was his Mason prediction, wasn't
it?
Yeah. That's what the paint said, brother.
Vegas said, just list everyone day to day. At this point, I guess, right?
Aren't we all day to day?
Imagine these poor guys, and I've known so many of them in life that they get there. They're that good. They're, like, I don't know, for example, but they get there and they get hurt. Like, these guys are blowing their knees out in camp. For some of these guys, that's the end of their career.
Yeah.
And you play all your life and you love it and you work so hard to get to that level and you're just that close and you blow out a knee and that's it just all ends. I hate seeing it, man, but that's the nature of the beast.
Yeah,
right?
that's why I say I feel bad for those guys that it's happening to, but as a fan of the team, like, I'm okay with those guys getting hurt. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing personal against those guys. It sucks seeing their dream crush, but
the fact of the matter is, it's football, and guys are going to get
football.
hurt.
I'd rather see that guy get hurt than Cam, TJ, Jalen, those guys. It's the nature of the business, and it sucks.
Okay. Ryan has his money worth this year for it.
What's that, Derps?
I said it's okay. Ryan has his money's worth for this year's injuries.
Oh yeah, his over-unders. This motherfucker, devastating injury asshole.
I'm hoping this could be this could be the year that we break that mold, guys. I don't want to do that. I don't know if we're going to do that this year.
Okay.
We're reversing the curse of the flower this year.
Tortilla says, if Khan does pull off a trade for Terry and we keep all of our starters, it's time to start building an Omar Khan statue.
Yes.
I I couldn't agree more. He also says in his next message, he does say an Omar Khan bobblehead.
I
Yes.
tell you what, Omar Khan should double dip and be the GM for the Buccos too.
Oh, can you? Don't even get me started.
Don't even get me
I didn't
started
mean
on
to bring down the
Buccos.
mood, boys, but just
I got to be honest with you. The Pirates do they do exactly what you expect them to do every year. You know, how, like we expect the Steelers to win. The
yeah.
Pirates do
Yeah.
exactly what it is that we expect them to do. I mean, come
Yeah.
on. Mark Malone says Derpster does his filming on Friday nights. Hey, you know what? I would certainly keep an eye on him, but I found out that Aunt Peaches isn't going to camp with him. But I'm sure he does do a lot of his filming on Friday nights. But Peaches won't be there, and I think he'll stay. He'll stay.
I'm gonna wear the cape though, so don't worry about that.
Well, we did talk him back into wearing a cape, so he will be wearing a
We-
Superman. If you
we
see,
got that going for us.
if you see anybody running around tomorrow at camp with a Superman cape, that's Derpy. Run over and say hi.
These are
I would love to hear the stories, guys. But I think Derpy will be on his best behavior without Aunt Peaches there, and I think But we're going to go over again later, Derpy. I have to go over your points again to make sure
We
you
got a
have them
super
fresh
chat.
in your head before you go back up. I do want to say welcome to Matt Burton on the board. Welcome, my friend. Welcome to the show on the board. He says Commanders will want 2 first-rounders for McLaurin. See, I can't imagine giving up 2 first-round picks for anybody, to be honest with you.
Honestly,
it'd be
no.
crazy if that's their asking price.
Yeah, because you might. Yeah, right. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see because again, he requested to be traded. We're going to start seeing what people are willing to put up. People are willing to trade for this guy, and again, we're in the mix. We don't have the best odds, but we are in the mix, guys. So that's something. Again, I didn't think a year ago we would have pulled a DK Metcalf trade or pulled a DK Metcalf move. I didn't think it would happen. Here we are with DK Metcalf, guys, and other players, Jalen Ramsey for that matter. A year ago, Mike, would you have thought DK and Jalen Ramsey would have been on our roster this year?
No.
No way in
No.
hell.
No way. No
None
way.
whatsoever. You're like, I'm loving it. Even if it doesn't all work out, I'm loving the aggressiveness.
Absolutely.
Showing that, hey, we want to get back to where we
Mike,
Hey now,
expect to
Mark.
be at.
Hey now.
And here's the also thing: if the team is not successful, at least you're trying, and you're showing you're trying. If they continue to sit on their hands the way that we had for years, the way we did things in the past, and you're not good, then the fans are going to say you're not even trying, and it's going to be you kind of say Pittsburgh Pirates and this kind of thing. But Mike, he's trying. He's bringing in big names. He's doing things that most Steeler fans wouldn't expect to see.
No.
Again, this year, guys, we have Jalen Ramsey and we have DK Metcalf on our football team. He's trying.
That's totally, Darius Slay as
Aaron
well.
Rodgers, and again, I'm not. He's Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
he may be old as the Crypt Keeper, but he's still Aaron Rodgers, and he might have something.
Is going to be exactly. You just pulled in and again, last year you did pull in a future Hall of Famer in Russell Wilson, but come on, I hope things are a lot better with Aaron, guys. But we will see. But again, who would have thought Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, and Jalen Ramsey would be Pittsburgh Steelers in 2025? Not in a million years. Not in a million years. Let's jump back on the board. Maddie, I do want to say thank you, Maddie.
Thank you, Maddie.
Maddie, on the board. She says, I'm glad you guys came up on my recommended. Love the vibe here. Subscribe. Football is back. That is super to hear. Thank you, Maddie. Great having you. Welcome, and we certainly appreciate that. RB said, remember when Zamir Cobb battles to probably make it to just break his leg? Yeah.
Yep.
Vegas says Skeens is the only starting pitcher to have more than 300 strikeouts and an ARA less than 2 in his first. Dude, his numbers are all of his numbers. He has the best. Most of his numbers are best all time. Anything that you see by Skeens, go compare it to every greatest number ever. If he had a good team, and that's the thing that's shitty about the Pirates. Listen, I'm not going to stay on the Pirates for more than a half a second. But if you know that you have this amazing pitching and you refuse to go get bats and you end up giving away the good players that you do have, I can't follow this team no more. The trade deadline was yesterday. They gave up a bunch. They got broken condoms in return. They got nothing. Guys, it has no value. What we got, we literally gave away, Mike. And the thing about David Bednar, he's from here. People loved him. He's from Mars.
There's reports that who did we trade to the Yankees? Was it Bednar, right?
Yeah, Bednar.
Yeah, we had the choice of getting better prospects, and we said no. We'll take these guys right here. Like we had access to I think up to like their number 2, number 3 prospect.
Yeah.
And then we'll give away their number 1. That's fine. We get access to better prospects, and we said, "Nah, fam,
All
we're
right,
good."
let's like
Yeah, we got to move on from the
That's one.
Buckeyes. Ruining
Yeah.
the vibe.
They are the Cleveland Browns in baseball. There's no two ways about it, guys. Mark Malone says he'll probably have the cape on his front side. Never mind that stroking motion you see going on
Hey
under that.
now.
Hey now,
Don't pay
Derpy.
attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, I gave Derpy a list of rules to follow, and I think this
Oh.
should fall into one of those categories, Mike.
Yeah, so
where-
this is why he's called the Wizard of Oz. Okay, Derpy.
what?
I don't know, brother.
Let's see. Vegas says Derpy walks around with a shake weight. Remember them, Mike?
Yeah.
Mike, how does the shake weight look? Yeah, that's it.
It's like that South Park episode, the shake weight and then the cooling mist.
Yes, in case you're forgetting, refer to Mike's box one more time. Go ahead, Mike. There you go. Let's see. Corey says nobody's giving up 2 firsts for a 30-year-old receiver. If they do, that shows why that team will never win a championship. Selling the house for a guy that's not a quarterback is dumb. Corey says, welcome, Maddie. Of course, welcome, Maddie. Tortilla says, as traded for the number 3 prospect in baseball, Leo DeVries shortstop. Oh, the A's did. Okay. Now the A's they're not much better than we are.
Yeah, but their GM got a better haul than we did. Ooh.
They were looking decent before they traded everyone away.
Yeah. You know what? So really, Derby, we just won 8 and 9 games.
We won 2.
We won 8 and 9 games. We won 5 in a row, and they go and give half the team away. It literally makes that's why people are starting to get so frustrated with this Pirates team, and it's only been going on for 30 years. I mean, nothing that's going to stay for a while, you know.
Right.
Tortilla says they'd have to trade and pay Terry. I don't know if they get anything more than a second.
Mm-hmm.
RB says if you got a broken rubber for Bednar, you made out.
Oh, he was lights out there the last since he came back.
I got to be honest,
but you don't know what Bednar you're getting.
And you know what? Bednar doesn't come with a come in and strike out the side switch. The guy, it's always a dramatic ending to the game, and 2 outs, 3 guys on, 2 strikes. I mean, it's never ever come in and blow the ball by the guy 3 times to get out of the game. And that's why I was pissed whenever they got rid of Chapman last year, because he was a guy, even at his age, that was able to still come in and do that. And they keep Bednar, but then they end up getting rid of him anyway. So again, nothing but frustration with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So glad the football season's here. I think that most people could relate with me on that one. Vegas says I give Washington one of next year's thirds and 2 Roethlisbergers. So guys, yeah, what would you give up?
Fries on the side because they don't deserve fries.
Throw up on the board, guys. What would you give up? What are you guys thinking? What kind of player would you involve in a trade with Washington? If you have an opinion on it, throw it up on the board. We'll love to talk about it. Vegas is starting too. I was in my 20s when this crap started. And then Tortilla saying 2026 picks off limited. Yeah, throw up your ideas, guys. Again, I've touched the topical surface on this, but I guess it could go many ways. If you guys have a idea, go ahead and throw it up, or we'll talk about it. Derpy, I want to get to something that you were talking about early, because I know that there's a lot of people that love the Madden football game, and the numbers have come out for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Guys, if you like Madden, the new Madden 26 is coming out. The Steelers do have the top-ranked defense on Madden with a 91 overall, Mike. The Chiefs with an 89, Cowboys 88, Ravens 87, Texans 86 rounds out the top 5. Pittsburgh Steelers, the top defense on Madden. Again, the guys that made the game, you do this for a reason. You know what I mean? They see a team that might have a good defense. I think there's no reason at all this defense can't be a top 3 to 5 in this league.
Yeah, and they need to be. But I think now with this secondary, that front seven's going to eat, and we are going to be awesome this year.
The Steelers did tweet out their top ratings of the players. If you haven't seen that,
I'm gonna I have a few of them here. I'm not gonna get into it too much. I want to stay on topic, guys, but also the top edge rushers on Madden by rating. Surprise, surprise. Myles Garrett's at the top. TJ Watt, who has better numbers in every single category, still falls under Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett leads in the boo, I scared you, brother.
Yeah, Myles Garrett 99 rating, Micah Parsons 98, TJ Watt and Max Crosby after that with a 96 is the ratings on that. And also the other one is that I have in front of me is the kickers. as Chris
He's
Boswell
number
is an
2.
85, coming in at number 2 behind Brandon Aubrey, the kicker down in Dallas, who comes with an 87. Harrison Buckner at Kansas City with an 82. And from there on. So there you go, Derpy. Those are some Madden.
Oh, wow.
The disrespect of Boswell
Frazier's an
continues.
84.
He's still the best kicker in the league, and no one wants to recognize it.
Let's get back to the board, guys. Top down drumming. Welcome to the show.
What
Welcome to the
up?
board. Great seeing you. He said he's going to be too expensive, but I'd love to see a solid wide receiver brought in for 5 more tight ends and 6 more defensive tackles.
You've come to the right place, my friend.
Oh boy. I've never seen a team with so many tight ends, Mike. And the fact that they still have guys coming in.
Why do we still have Connor
Right,
Hayward?
you know your nipples got hard, brother, when you heard they ran, 4 tight ends and handed it off to Jonnu Smith.
That play was sick, though.
Do we still have Connor
That play
Hayward?
was sick. Corey says I'd give up a 2nd and Calvin Austin or a Highsmith and a 4th.
Ooh,
that's
Corey's going
not bad.
all in.
Yeah. What's that, Derpy?
That's not bad. That offer.
Again, got some ideas, guys. Throw them up on the board. We'll certainly talk about them. Check them out. Highsmith and a 4th, 2nd. And again, Mike, if you're going after Scary Terry, my opinion, this is a go all in move. And if you want to do this, you're probably going to have to give up something that's of value to you. I mean, it's not the Pirates here. We're not just going to. He's not going to give them away for free.
No.
Oh yeah, I have another question.
yeah,
Is Connor Hayward still on the team, or
Yeah, he's still on the team.
why is he
Looking-
still on the team in
He's
2025?
looking in the special teams, actually. He's on a bad special team.
okay.
Top down drumming says I like a 2027 and Roman Wilson.
They might want a receiver back since they're trading one.
Let's see. Phil still says Claude because Madden knows he brings it. You know what? He's usually really close. All of his his numbers are never too far off. I've always loved Madden since the early 90s. Vegas says they better be if they plan on going far. Madden hates TJ. It sure seems so. And you know what? So does everybody for some reason, apparently, because again, he leads every single category over Myles Garrett. And then they say, who's the best best rusher or best pass rusher? Myles Garrett. How? He literally leads in every single category. It's just people's opinion whether they like this guy or not. And they're going to say he's better. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
When people say who's better, Lemieux or Gretzky, and I go Lemieux.
Yeah. Let's see. Tortilla Ochocinco makes the player ratings, I think, could be marketing BS, but if he does, it explains why the Steelers are always disrespected.
Ocho Stinko.
Corey says Garrett can have the 99. TJ will take the Super Bowl. You know what?
Heck yeah.
And how delirious is Garrett? He's up here saying, he's talking serious about he wants to win a Super Bowl. He wants to win the defensive MVP. I think the defensive MVP is doable.
Yeah.
But there's no way in hell. Come on, Cleveland. This team hasn't won a home playoff game in this stadium that opened up in 1999. They haven't won a home playoff game.
Here's my thing. If their baseball team hasn't won since 1948, do you really think their football team's ever going to win anything?
No. You didn't even tell me the first part, and I was going to tell you no.
Exactly.
Let's see. Top down drumming says, haha, love it. Tortilla says, John, I tell you what, when I seen him run that play out of the backfield yesterday, Mike, I thought we got potential this year. Just because there's so many different options now. And again, Aaron Rodgers, say what you want. The guy's going to see things that a lot of guys don't see. Certainly, around the league, veterans and the superstars do.
Yeah.
But to have that mind, to have what's going on between his ears is a huge advantage, I think. He's not going to be the best quarterback in the league by any means, but bringing that quality to this team, I think, goes a long way. Keeping him healthy is key. As long as, with the rest of the team as well, keeping healthy as a team is most overall important. But keeping this quarterback, Mike, once you fall into the issues of maybe having to start Mason Rudolph because of an injury, having to start the rookie, then you start losing confidence in the team, obviously, because what's going on between his ears is certainly valuable.
I think though this offense is almost set to where you can survive with Mason Rudolph for a few weeks.
I don't know why you think that.
I do.
Okay, I'm not.
Me and Mark Malone are huffing the same paint, brother.
Listen. I don't even want to think of that. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Too much talk of injuries.
Yeah. Whoa, I didn't even want to think that way.
Yeah.
Phyllis still says 90 from now on is going to be boom.
Boom.
The lightning bolt. Boom.
RB says I would love to take a run at Wicks in Green Bay.
He's one of the guys too. I think I've said him. Wicks, Romeo Dobbs, one of those two.
Corey says they could have Connor as well, either way. Speaking of broken condoms, top down drumming says nobody better than TJ. You know what? Nobody gets paid more than him other than quarterbacks. So you're not wrong. Money talks, right?
Yeah.
Tortilla Garrett leads TJ and almost gotcha. Exactly. Almost gotcha.
Boom. Got to be quicker than that.
Yeah. Coasterholics, welcome to the show. Always great seeing always great seeing new people on the board. Welcome to the show. He says, if people want to pretend Garrett is better, then fine. Browns can have one good player. I'll take the better player in TJ any day. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on Myles Garrett at all. The guy is tough. We played him, and you know what? He's in the backfield all the game, and we do play him a lot of the time. I'm just saying, comparing the two guys together, one guy has better numbers from top to bottom. Not a lot better, but they are better numbers. And at the end of the day, how you could turn from that and say, well, this guy is a better player when this guy has all the numbers, it to me just doesn't make sense. I mean, if you're a Pittsburgh Steeler or any Pittsburgh fan, you always feel that there's bias against our teams and players and our colors for whatever reason. But this certainly falls into the category of this, Mike, because, again, there's no explanation on why over and over Garrett should be chosen over TJ for so many different things. Mike, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, people were loving like his get off to pressure rate or like his pass rush win rate. Right. Those are all well and good, but give me sacks over a pressure any day, because I know what a sack leads to. Sack leads to loss of yards, loss of down. What does that pressure lead to? Does that pressure lead to a turnover? If so, good. But does that pressure lead to a quarterback stepping up and making a big throw like we saw when they played the Texans? That they kept getting all this pressure on C.J. Stroud. He kept stepping up and burning them. You can get pressures on Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen all day long. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to break off a long run. A sack limits that. So, pressures are all well and good, but there's no context for the pressure stat. So he's overvalued for getting that pressure. If you don't finish the play, you're not good. Look at Keanu Benton. Benton can get in the backfield quick, but he can't finish the play. I'd rather have a guy might take a little bit longer, but it's going to finish the play and get me a negative result for the offense.
Let's see, a lot of love for Watt on the board I'm seeing as I'm going on here, Mike. I'm going to jump to Vegas right here. Vegas says Miles won his defensive MVP because of PFF, not because of the 0 sacks he had in the last 6 games of that year. And that was also,
Nick Herbig had more sacks in that time.
We certainly had this conversation on the show when it was happening. I could remember that very well, saying why, again, the guy gets no sacks in all these games, yet that season he continues. Again, PFF certainly played a big part in that, Mike. I think they give him a lot more power than he actually has, a lot more, star power, if you will.
Yep.
Corey says, I'm going to start calling Mike Ayahuascan Thunder. Don't judge my spelling.
Hey, brother, I'm starting to see things.
Freaking Mark
Malone says Watt power again. A lot of Watt love on the board, and rightfully so, guys. We kind of got into it a little bit earlier this week about just the value of this guy, and I think we got the right guy here. At the end of the day, I'd want Watt over most of these other people, so. Go Watt, definitely. And it makes like, what about some of these other guys? Who's the brothers, the Bosas?
Yeah.
Why don't you hear their names much anymore? You hear the main guys. You hear,
but Joey's not.
Injuries, man.
You got the Garrett, you got the TJ Watts, and the Bosas. They kind of disappeared. Even Max Crosby, who was his name was getting big, Mike, he kind of fell off last year. And I don't think it was his play. It was just the talk. It was
the talk.
Weren't getting they weren't being given that power. They weren't.
They weren't getting the media rub.
Exactly, the media rub.
Like Max Crosby, man, he's out there every single snap.
Dude, he's a beast. I would hate to have that guy across from me.
His motor does not stop.
I would hate to have that guy.
Nuts.
Mike, if he was across from me, if Mike Parsons was across from me, I mean, these are the guys that I don't want to face down in, down out. They're too much. They're extra.
Yeah, Max was injured last year a little bit. He missed 5 games.
Sticky B. He says, I hope TJ breaks the sack record once and for all so we can stop hearing about Garrett. They'll still talk about Garrett. I'm sure, you know what? If he wins gets the MVP, or I'm sorry, breaks the record, Myles Garrett will get the MVP because they feel bad or some weird shit.
I just wonder, like, which player it's going to be. The media decides, hey, this is their year. We're going to campaign for him.
Exactly. And that's what's been going on with these pass rushers over the past 5 seasons, Mike, because, again, to say that these guys – it wasn't that case or was it? No, the guy out
it wasn't
Denver.
Last year. I was surprised.
But for about 5 years in a row, Mike, it was all pass rushers. And I thought to myself, these guys are the best defenders. There's no linebackers getting 150 tackles.
Yeah.
There's no guys with 7-8 interceptions. Why does it always come down to the pass rushers? It's a sexy thing. And you're right. The media often dictates that.
Yeah, it's a sexy set. It's a sexy play. So, yeah, people are going to like that more than, Fred Warner getting 140 tackles a year.
No.
What's the weird random sounds that Derpy makes?
That's Derpy. Are you singing over there?
Yes, I'm singing a song. Here we go.
Let's see when you get in. Okay, let's see. Mark says the lightning bolts. What are we shooting for on that, Mike? I know that he does the boom. Is that what that is? Is that boom? Does that mean
that's boom now?
Okay,
yeah.
Boom power. All right.
And the wattage.
The wattage. That's what I was missing.
Oh my God, Derpy. If it's not
Mark
the
Malone
beat,
says
it's the
he needs 2 lightning bolts. Field of Steel says when you get in a QB's head from the get-go, he's done wattage. Boom! Brings that. He gets in QB's heads. Tortilla says it's almost if almost sacks and tackles for loss. Okay, if almost sacks and tackles for losses are stats that clutch sacks and tackles for losses should be 2, and I'm willing to bet TJ clears Garrett in clutch plays.
He does. He leads them in tackles for losses and sacks.
And the forced fumbles and fumble recovery. The guy, say what you want about TJ, he is all that. It's our guy. We see him often. We could pick out the negatives a lot better than people everywhere else can. So by nature, we are. You know the weak points of your family members. People look at your family, they see one way, but you know all the bad things. You know where they're annoying. You know the things you would like to see change. So I think that we fall in that category. We get a little spoiled with TJ because all off season, Mike, you're looking for things to talk about, trying to find good topics, and a lot was said about TJ this off season. But I think we're going to be okay. Again, contract season, like last time he gets his big contract, he gets 22.5 sacks. This time, let's see if he could break that record.
I hope so. Let's see him get 23 because now Jared Allen is saying how he leads the NFL. He's the true sack king because he had one away from him and he played one less game than anyone else. That sounds like someone's being a little bitch.
You know what? That doesn't mean anything because it doesn't guarantee he gets one more in that game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's such a BS kind of argument because what you were given is what you got, and if you don't got the record, you don't got the record. Again, there's no guarantee he would have got the sack in that extra game if he would have played it. It's made up, it's imagination. RB says I'd rather 4 good players instead of 1 great and 3 ham and eggers. Vegas says, have you seen all Max's tattoos? I don't know. I don't think I've seen them all.
Tatted up.
But he's a beast. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with him under any circumstances. Corey Beaver says you're not going to hear about Bosa's because one of them plays on a team with Josh Allen amid James Cook's contract shit, and the other plays on a team where CMC and Purdy play. They aren't headline worthy. Did anybody see the picture of their mom?
No.
There's a picture I seen a meme of Bosa's mom, and they said she looks exactly like Ben Roethlisberger. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. The Bosa brothers' mom, her face, she has Ben Roethlisberger face. I kid you not. Go look her up. Yeah. Tortilla says Benito from the Broncos will be the next guy the media loves, or Verse from the Rams.
No, Jared Verse was a little beast.
He's
I
tough,
like him.
man. Vegas says every superhero Derpy needs a theme, though. Yeah, we did play the theme song early. Maybe we'll ride out the show today with the Derpy theme song, but we do have some things we got to get into, guys, as the show does go on, and we are getting far along here, Mike. I got to be honest with you, I can't believe it's already been over an hour and a half in. But that Derpy is going to camp tomorrow. That's right, Derpy goes to camp. He's going tomorrow. I've set rules for him. I'll go over them again. It's Derpy's special day. We're excited. He's going off to camp again. Last year, Was up there the year before, though. Friday Night Lights, Derpy shook Jalen Warren's hand. Great time. Not going to Friday Night Lights, which is tonight at 7 o'clock. However, he will be there tomorrow in his Superman cape. That's right, in his Superman cape. You on the board talked him into it. I just want to throw that out there. If it was up to me, Derpy wasn't going to do it. But you on the board had talked Derpy into it. For this reason, Derpy will be at Steeler camp tomorrow with his cape on. I think what we're going to do is we're going to probably tape it because here's the thing. Derpy, I don't know what the I don't know what he's going to bring in, and I kind of want to go through it, and because there might be a lot of nonsense that we don't even you know what I'm saying, Mike?
Yeah.
If we're getting shots of somebody's feet for 5 minutes, I want to be able to get that out of there. I mean, we'll leave it.
He does have a foot fetish.
We'll leave it in the capacity so we could laugh. But at the end of the day, I mean, I want to kind of take a look at what he has first, and then we'll play it extensively on Monday and really get into it then. But Derpy off to camp tomorrow. Our Derpy, I couldn't be prouder. Let me get a couple more of these messages in, Mike. And also, yes, do throw in. It is a special day since Derpy's going to camp. As Phil keeps saying, ask Derpy anything, guys. Before the end of the show, we will ask Derpy. If you have a question for him, throw it up on the board. It could be anything, and we'll get you an answer, guys. Ask Derpy.
Oh, yeah.
A segment that we hadn't had for some time, but guys, throw your questions, anything on the board. What's up, Derpy?
Two things. Did you already talk Happy Gilmore too?
Kind of, but no, but yeah, but sort of, but I'm not ready to because I didn't see it yet.
You didn't see it yet?
No, I'm literally
Derpy, stay on track. Stay on topic.
I love it. I'm literally the only guy that probably hasn't seen Happy Gilmore at this point. And you know what, Mike, I'm going to make it a point. I'm going to watch it this weekend. I will watch it this weekend.
My other thing was,
and we'll talk about that on Monday, Derpy. So go ahead.
Go see the Naked Gun. Go see the new Naked Gun movie.
All right, I think I would like that. I like the Naked Gun movies. Is OJ in it?
Yes, and no.
Okay. All right. Don't tell me any more then.
Okay.
Don't tell me any more. Don't ruin it for me. Let's see. Big Ben, LOL. Corey says, "Is Bose's mom a Travolta and Hairspray situation?" You know what? She's just a mom-looking lady, but when you look at her, she has Ben's face. It's kind of comical. If somebody didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't know. But if somebody did mention to you, you can't unsee it, is what I'm saying. So RB says you don't hear about the Boses because they supported Trump, so the media love fest ended.
Or it might just be
Mike, I don't care.
Production dropped. The production dropped.
It could be anything. I don't know.
The production dropped.
These questions.
But I don't know. It could be, Mike. So who knows? RB says same with Crosby. Phyllis still says Derps, you better bring the boom. Vegas training camp over wrestling.
Yeah, because he was going to go watch SummerSlam.
Oh, that's right, Derpy.
Yeah.
That's right.
If Vanilla Thunder ain't there, it ain't real wrestling, Derpy.
Yeah, you can't get Mike started on anything that has politicians' names in it because he gets weird. And again, I have to stop it instantly. I just want to throw that out there.
I'm hoping I make it back for SummerSlam though.
I get everyone fired up over everyone.
SummerSlam.
Mike loses his ability to talk as an adult whenever people bring up politics. It's kind of crazy. Matter of fact, it would probably be a good segment on the show, but it would drive me nuts.
SummerSlam is Saturday though too. I'm hoping to make it back for it.
Now, if you're going early in the morning to get up to camp, you might be back. Vegas says Derpy has a vast collection of toe jam. Mandy says, not the foot fetish, no judgment though.
Hey, no.
Can't be scaring people away that just got here, Derpy.
He's scaring me away. I've been here forever. RB says, Derpy, wear your underwear outside of your shorts. Like, yes, listen, I'm not going to expect you to do that, but if you wear your underwear outside of your pants, you get extra points. Come on.
No.
Extra credit, Derpy.
Remember, you put a little lemonade on the front, a little chocolate sauce on the back. Play up the bit, Derpy.
Mark Malone, don't be creepy touching fans in the stands, Derpy. That's a lot to ask, Mark. I got to be honest with you.
That's why he wears mittens.
That's not the only reason why he wears mittens. Tortilla says Happy Gilmore was weird. I'm hearing conflicted stories. Some people loved it, some people hated it. Well, you know what? And then there's people in the middle saying, it was what it was. It's Happy Gilmore too. And I kind of get what this all means. So I'll watch it this week, and I promise, guys. Phil still says, Derpy, have you knocked some boots yet? Question of the day, Derpy. You know what? I know, Derpy, there's not going to be a lot of available women at camp this year. But if you do meet a young lady, I want you to make sure you get a hold of me, and I need to approve before anything happens, because again,
Fine.
all right, I don't need you landing in the wrong with the wrong crowd is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. Or to find you a good, virtuous woman. You don't want to go trolling lot lizards like Vanilla Thunder.
We'll get you a nice virtual woman. That seems to be a thing now. Vegas says, has Derpy taken too many tombstone pile drivers in practice, Vanilla?
Hey, I'm a safe worker. I keep him protected, brother.
Corey says, Derpy, can you get me
I love this question.
Derpy, can you get me a player autograph? I would trade you a brand new top of the line smoke detector with. Wait, hold on, Corey. Is it going to have a 9-volt battery included?
We need the battery, and it sounds like we got to get Derpy a better microphone.
Tag that, Vanilla Thunder. Tag that. That's the question of the day.
Phil is still liking that. Sticky B, what you know about Sticky B? Sticky B says the Bosa's always seemed like they were hurt. Ain't that the truth? Early on, all you hear is Bosa, and then by the end of the year, you find out they're hurt all season. I couldn't agree more. Vegas says Superman with IBS.
Oh God,
that could be fun.
How do you think you got the lift off, brother?
Why do you think the bottom of that cape keeps flapping back here too?
Jesus Christ.
Tortilla says Derpy's gonna fall in love with a Browns fan. You know what?
I'm good. I'm good.
Derpy's actually.
I feel it coming.
Hold on. Derpy's actually, he's kind of
as much as I mean, if you know who. Explain, Ryan. Explain.
Here's the thing about Derpy. He's well seasoned and prepared for this situation because he's from Ohio, and probably about 45 minutes away from Cleveland, I would guess, by my guess. So he's got this far through his life with Browns fans around him. There's Browns fans in his family even, so he knows how to handle. He knows how to handle this situation. But who knows? He sees a Brown fan, with a smile and has all of her teeth. He might fall for her. You don't
cross lovers, brother. Oldest tale of time. Romeo and Juliet.
You don't see many people with teeth in Cleveland. Corey says the kind of love that's going to be at camp, I guarantee you don't want it. And also Corey says it's going to come with a charger, so he doesn't have to have batteries. I like that a lot.
Good thinking.
Corey Beaver's he's always on top of things, ain't he?
He's a problem solver. Dirk's a problem causer.
He's always figuring things out. Phil says if Derpy hooks up with a Browns fan, he better make her feel the steel. You know it's time for Phil to still be back on the board, baby.
Feel the steel, baby. Yeah.
And broken condoms.
Vegas says my wife is a Cards fan. I make sure she sees me getting both feet in bounds when I enter the room.
Oh no.
Guys, again, Derpy. I'm gonna at the very end. I'll make sure I read these the rules over for you again.
I gotta read them out.
You have to read them out loud because again, I have to keep tabs on you. I don't.
You got a pinky promise, brother.
Yeah.
Nothing more sacred.
Guys, just bear with me. We're going to be heading into the trivia question of the day. After I blow through this real quick, Mike, I'm not going to talk about this team for very long. Give it 15 seconds at the most. The Pittsburgh Pirates back at it today. They have a 3-game series in Colorado. Mike, the Pirates, they do come in with a 47-62 record. The Rockies are the worst team in the league. Game 1 of 3 today at 8:10 in Colorado. Andrew Haney will be on the hill for the Pirates. Paul Skeens will be pitching on Saturday, in case anybody still cares about this team at that point. Mike, and then Mitch Keller Sunday, and that is the Pirates talk of the day. Pittsburgh Penguins start in 67 days. The puck drops for them. Mike, the Pitt Panthers are underway with camp as well at football camp. The Pittsburgh Riverhounds, our other football team, the soccer team that is, they'll be hosting Rhode Island tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Get down to Highmark Stadium to watch the Pittsburgh Riverhounds as they play the Rhode Island soccer squad. Mike, this I got to be honest with you. This soccer schedule, it goes on. They seem like they've been playing for months now, hasn't it, Mike? What's the length of this league particular?
Oh, I have no idea. It just keeps going and going and going. I have no idea when it ends.
I thought it ended 2 weeks ago. They had lost something, and it was like this.
That was the inner.
How many inner season tournaments do they have? Is the question.
They have like between their league and the MLS, there's a thing. Between the league itself, there's a thing, and also they have their regular season shit. It's convoluted. That's
If you
why I
need a
like
reason to
soccer.
get out of the house this weekend, go down to Highmark Stadium and check out the Pittsburgh Riverhounds as they do host Rhode Island tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Also, guys, the NFL kicked off last night with the Hall of Fame game between the Chargers and the Detroit Lions. The Chargers ended up winning 37-7 as they just looked more prepared to go out and play football, Mike. I got to be honest with you, though. I like the Chargers becoming a better team because they are becoming a more solid team, but you need somebody in that division who's able to beat and keep up with Kansas City. I think the Chargers are putting together the team to do that, Mike. Chargers off to a good start yesterday. Preseason kicks back off on Thursday night, guys, when Indiana travels to Baltimore. Cincinnati travels to Philadelphia, and Las Vegas travels to Seattle. Those are all Thursday night games. It goes Friday through the weekend after that. The Steelers, of course, they'll be playing in Jacksonville next Saturday at 7 o'clock p.m. We'll be here all next week getting ready for that first game, like the first preseason game of the season, and much, much more. So be sure to join us then.
Maybe we'll do a reaction show to the first half.
Well, maybe, Derpy.
That's all you, Derpy.
I mean, I might do. I probably will do it, but
let me grab a couple messages. Right here. Corey says it's going to come with the Charger. So okay, got that. Got the Cardinals. Derpy, bring a fire detector to camp is the advice that Tortilla's giving you on the board.
I feel the Steel is out of context, is out of pocket for this next message.
Steel says, "Hey fellas, we'll hear orgasm moans instead of chirps now, huh?" I promise Mike will not be yelling at you if it's orgasm moans instead of the chirps. Yeah.
But I have a feeling Derpy's will sound like this.
It was not Derpy we hear moaning.
Vanilla Thunder. Oh, no.
Vegas says, what if you make a pinky promise and then blow your pinky off like JPP? Yeah. Like JPP did, of course.
That's a gray area, brother. The lawyers were still working on it.
I don't know if we could have Derpy without missing digits. I don't know.
I mean, a long time ago, I did break my pinky.
Did you?
Yes. I slammed it in a car door.
I
was very little then, so. And it hurt. It hurt bad.
Yeah, I recall having that happen as a kid, too. It was not fun. Coasterholic says, nothing beats dating a football girl. You get to watch football all day on Saturday without issues. Hey, ain't no, I'm not spotting nothing that ain't true in that comment. Coasterholics also says, nothing beats dating a football girl. You get to watch football. Okay, I got it. And then Sunday, same thing basically. And then he said on Sunday with no issues. And if you could find that girl, keep her, right?
Right.
Man advance.
Vegas says ticket prices go up when the Pens come up to town to play the Vegas Knights. That'd be a good time. I'd like to go to a Pens Vegas Knights game in Vegas, Mike. Sometime. Yeah. That would be a good time.
That would be.
We'll do the road trip again. Let's finish up these messages, Mike. We are going to get to the question of the day. Corey says, at Coaster, my wife was also a Steelers fan, and we got engaged in Pittsburgh the day before we went and saw the Ravens game in 2023. That's a pretty awesome story. That's awesome.
I love stories like this. I do, you know. A lot of people often do the things that the girls want. Look at this nice picture. It's all beautiful. No, man. I got a picture of proposing at the Steeler game. Like I thought, you know, that's what the guy's all about. Let the guys have some shit too sometimes, right, guys? Coasterholic says, Corey, that's awesome. Congrats, brother. Phil still says, Corey, my wife was a 49er fan. When she felt that steel, she's been black and gold since.
Once you go is on another level today.
Once you go black and gold, you never go back, baby. Coasterholic says, do you guys prefer 1 p.m. games, 4 p.m.s, or prime? I'm a 1 o'clock game kind of guy.
Mm-hmm, me too.
I've always been. I like 1 o'clock games. It seems like it just takes forever to get to the primetime games.
Yeah, it does.
You're watching all these other games, and then you're three games into the day, and then your team's finally. I like to get up. I like to read the paper and then watch the game, and then after we win or lose, that kind of dictates how I feel about the rest of the games. So then I'll watch the West Coast games and late games. Then I prefer 1 o'clocks.
And then by the time you're ready to go to bed, you're over. If we lost, you're kind of over it.
Yeah, right.
You just get it out of your system.
Sticky B, what you know about Sticky B? Sticky B says, I've seen one in Vegas, well worth it. Stay at the New York. You can walk so much. There's so much I would love to do in Vegas. I don't know, especially the way the world is. I don't know if
That's a great
I don't
question,
know if I'll
Manny.
ever end up there. That's depressing because I always wanted to go to Vegas.
That's a great question, Manny.
I just think that I'd be the guy in an airplane that would crash. I just do. I listen. That's just my luck.
That's a chance I'm willing to take, brother.
I don't know if it is. I would just again. I would love to do all these.
Listen.
I would love to go to Vegas. I would love to stay in New York. But I would die. I bet you. I would. It would happen. It can only happen that way. Believe me. Maddie says, "What days times do you go live? Usually Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard
right on
Time.
top of it.
There you
Eastern
go.
Standard Time, guys. Sometimes it could be as late as 11:30 to 1:30, but we do generally try to go 2 hours. Start time officially is at 1 o'clock, but sometimes it could run a little bit later. So that is, you're welcome, absolutely. And she says, welcome to Phil the Steel, or thank you to Phil the Steel as well. Sticky B, did you notice if the Statue of Liberty out front had a Vegas sweater on? Vegas is asking Sticky. Corey Beaver says, I think my wife married me because as a Steeler fan, she got used to the things she loves coming up short when it counts. Boom.
Self-burn. High five.
Corey.
And then Vegas says, now's a good time to visit as a lot of the hotels are running special. I don't know. Again, that random guy that just started shooting random people at a concert. Like, I would be one of them random people. I just know that I would. I know that I would. I have to stay barricaded where I'm safe.
Record it, brother, so we can play it on the show.
I'm
It's a
fragile
tribute for you.
Yeah, come on.
It's all about the engagement.
Let's see, Sticky B. What you know about Sticky B? Sticky B says at Vegas, pretty sure it did. Been a couple years. The show on ice before the game was awesome, and Vegas drumline is legit. And that's the thing. Vegas is all about the entertainment. That's why I would love to go out and see a lot of this stuff, man. Just see some of the entertainers that are down there, the names that you heard, and you probably would never go see unless you're in Vegas. And I would be into all that shit. No two ways about it. Vegas's pre-games were awesome. Mike, why don't you go tell everybody about the website?
The2dumbusers.com. Check it out. We have all of our social media links listed over there, more than we have over here on the YouTube page. We got the dumb thoughts. I have a new one posted about the Steelers offensive line, probably filled with a bunch of grammatical errors because I am a dumb yinzer. So check it out at the 2 Dumb Yinzers. And don't forget, there's a small little merch store over there too, where you just remember, everyone, listen.
That's a nice shirt. I got to admit,
as Ryan's favorite saying.
Guys, go check it out. www.the2dumbyinzers.com. That's www.the2dumbyinzers.com. Go check it out, everybody. Let's get into the question of the day. Mike, yesterday was the Hall of Fame game. So today is going to be a Hall of Fame question.
All right.
Derpy, Mike, put on your thinking cap. Everybody on the board, everybody at home, here we go. This is short, it's simple, it's sweet. Here we go. Question of the day. Who is the only black quarterback in the Hall of Fame? There's only one. There's only one black quarterback in the Hall of Fame, guys. Take a minute to think that over. We're live 5 days a week right here, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day right here on YouTube. Question of the day, guys. Who is the only black quarterback in the Hall of Fame? I'm sure right off the top you come up with a name, then you're like, oh, wait a minute. Then there's this person. Oh, and then this person. Guys, there's only one. Can anybody name who the only black quarterback in the Hall of Fame is? Sticky B, he says Warren Moon or Steve McNair. Any way you slice it from the same franchise, right?
Yeah.
There's always other. I mean, there was always my mom is my mom is the only black quarterback in the Hall of Fame.
Comment of the day.
Guys, Mike, who are you thinking? Mark Malone saying
I was going to say Randall Cunningham, but I don't think you.
Phil the Steel. What about the first black guy to win a Super Bowl? Doug Williams.
I'm going to go with Warren Moon because he played in what the CFL, did well there, and then came into the NFL and did pretty well with the Houston organization. So I'm going to go with Warren Moon.
All right. So on the board, I'm seeing Warren Moon. I'm seeing Steve McNair. I'm seeing Dougie Williams. Also, the same logic Vegas is putting out there. The CFL player, he's going with Warren Moon. My mom, of course, is an option. Guys, question of the day is this: Who's the only black quarterback in the National Football League Hall of Fame? Of course, the Hall of Fame game was last night, Mike. This is Hall of Fame weekend. Who is the only black quarterback in the Hall of Fame? Dougie Williams, RB, is saying. Mike, who's your final answer?
I'm gonna go with Warren Moon.
Warren Moon. And is that your final answer?
Final answer, brother.
All right, I'm going to lock you in, Mike. I'm locking you in on Warren Moon. Derpy, I'm going to come to you next. What is your thought process? I'm seeing right here Vegas. Randall Cunningham is not going to ever make it in the Hall. So I'm seeing other names. I'm seeing a plethora of different names, a lot of good answers. And I got to be honest, maybe a couple more of these guys should be in the Hall of Fame. Derpy, Mike says Warren Moon. Who is, at this point, the only black quarterback in the Hall of Fame?
Well, I was thinking Randall Cunningham, like Vanilla Thunder over here.
Believe me, it would be as difficult as trying to figure out how many white cornerbacks are in the Hall of Fame. But okay.
But my thinking, my process of thinking was basically through Madden, and I played a lot of Madden back in my day. So, and the only quarterback that I know of.
Richard is saying Dougie Williams.
Dougie Williams is a good option, but I'm gonna go with Warren Moon.
Michael Vick is in the Hall of Fame, actually, Maddie. Or is he?
No,
he's not. Why did I think that he was? And that would really screw up my answer if it was, because it's not.
Yeah, not the answer.
I'm thinking, wait a minute.
No. He did not have a Hall of Fame career.
No. Why did I think?
It was exciting.
Warren Moon,
though,
Ryan.
For some reason, I think, okay, Warren Moon, that's who you're going to go with? I don't even know. Even Maddie was teasing me because she has the laughy face, but for some reason it threw me for a loop for a second. I thought he was in there. So both you guys are saying Warren Moon, and that is your final answer, Derpy?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to lock Derpy into place. Derpy, you were locked in for Warren Moon. Guys, question of the day: Who is the only black quarterback in the Hall of Fame? Both of the guys on the board, or both of the guys on the panel, say Warren Moon. Bunch of different answers on the board. I'm going to be honest, I would be wrong, because one of these answers on the board would be somebody that I would pick, and it's not who these guys picked. But the correct answer is, in fact, Warren Moon. Warren Moon is the only black quarterback, which is going to change real soon once some of these guys start retiring. But Warren Moon at the moment is, and you gentlemen are correct. I would have, Randall Cunningham would have been jumping around in my head. Dougie Williams would have been jumping around in my head. Those two for sure.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about Warren Moon until I saw the post about Warren Moon. He totally slipped my mind, because I grew up, Randall Cunningham was I remember watching him a lot more than Warren Moon, which is weird because we played Warren Moon a lot more than we ever saw Randall Cunningham.
Twice a year.
Yes, that's why Cunningham popped into my head.
You know what? Now that it's all said and done, I would have loved to seen Steve McNair in that Titans team beat the Rams.
Oh, so close.
You know what I mean?
I was rooting for them so much.
Then if I would have known that Steve McNair would have died the way he did just a few years later. Yeah. I mean, come on. He's from our division. You got respect. I had respect for him.
He came from a small school too, didn't he? Alcorn State.
Alcorn State, yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching him, a little bit of his college stuff, and it's like, this cat is good. And then to make it where he made it, always liked Steve McNair.
Vegas said he was good at Washington too. It's crazy how he didn't get a shot for so many years. Lots of great athletes, guys. I mean, as the Hall of Fame grows, we're going to continue to see more amazing athletes. I love it. Again, this is Hall of Fame weekend. They did start the preseason yesterday with the Hall of Fame game with a Chargers 37-7 win.
Damn, tortilla.
What was it? Was Derpy?
What was that, Derpy?
I heard ass busting is what I heard.
Yeah, because look at Tortilla's sticking comment.
He says Derpy's mom would have made it if it wasn't for that injury. All right, let me grab a couple more here, guys. We are going to get ready to wrap it up for the day, as today is Friday Night Lights. If you are heading up to St. Vincent College in Latrobe, the gates open at 5:00 p.m. for the 7:00 start to the Friday Night Lights tonight. As camp does go through the weekend, they will be off Monday, The Pittsburgh Steelers training camp will. And then again, they'll go all through next week, all the way up until Saturday, where we go and play Jacksonville next Saturday to kick off our preseason. Let's grab a couple more of these messages, Mike, and we are going to wrap it up. Vegas says he was good at Washington too, which is crazy how he did. We just got that. Vegas, the UNLV punter, QB. Didn't somebody say on the board yesterday that Suge Knight was one of the leading tackles in the history of UNLV's football team?
Yeah, I forgot you said that. Yeah, that was up there yesterday.
Yeah, I was blown away by that. I didn't know anything about that. Phyllis still says Mike became Vanilla Thunder. Derpy should become Sexual Chocolate. The Belch Warrior, Vanilla Thunder, and Sexual Chocolate, the new NWO. I like that. I like that more than you know. Actually, Phyllis still. Boom.
I like it.
Boom.
Vegas says don't fall asleep at your mistress's house. If you told her you are not going to ever divorce your wife. Good advice, Phil. And more good advice, Derpy. Coming back to you. I have to go over these one more time before we do wrap it up. These are the official rules for Derpy as he goes to camp. That's right. Derpy is going to camp tomorrow. Derpy, number 1, take sunscreen. You know what? Let's repeat after me.
I thought it was the underwear.
Well, I switched it around. Relax.
Okay.
Repeat after me. I will take my sunscreen to camp.
I will take my sunscreen to camp.
I will wear it liberally.
I will wear it liberally.
I will wear clean underwear to camp.
I will wear clean underwear to camp.
I will take a change of clothes in case I mess myself.
I will take a extra pair of clothes in case I mess myself.
I will check in with Ryan every hour on the hour so he knows I'm okay.
I will check in on Ryan every hour within the hour so he knows I'm okay.
Close enough.
Good enough, brother.
And finally, Derpy, if any of the kids, if any of the children at camp mess with me, I will run and tell the authorities.
If any of the kids mess with me, I will tell the authorities.
All right. You have our blessing, Derpy. Derpy, it's we're so proud. If anything would happen to you, you don't know what that would do to us. So you go, you be careful, you have fun. The weather's going to be nice. I think that's one of the biggest parts about camp this weekend, guys. You're not going to sweat your ass off tonight. Friday Night Lights is going to be chilly. Tomorrow it's going to be decent weather. So Derpy, we do wish you all the luck in the world. We hope you have the greatest time. Again, get the footage, keep us updated on everything. We will go through that. Maybe we'll get all get together on Sunday, me, you, and Mike, and put some kind of package together from what you did get, and we will have that Monday as we kick off the week next week. We hope everybody could join us back then as well. But again, the Steelers all through the weekend, guys, are they'll be at camp. Friday Night Lights tonight, 7:00 start. Gates open at 5.
Oh no, tortilla.
And again, football will be back Thursday with some more preseason games, and the Steelers will be kicking it off on Saturday at Jacksonville. Everybody cannot wait for this, Mike. I got to be honest with you. I'm no different on this one. I just chomping at the bit. Again, you seen the way I shuffled across the floor when I heard that Terry McLaurin wanted traded. So, you kind of know.
What you're going to do when you see Pittsburgh Steelers hitting people in an opposing jersey. I don't want to be in the studio, brother, when that happens.
Right.
He missed a segment of Micah Parsons earlier. Mike Vanilla Thunder, I was saying he wants to trade now too.
Oh, I heard there might be rumors that he might be asking to be out of Dallas. I would do the way my owner's talking about owner's talking about me and wanting to pay me. Like, F you.
Can you be surprised, Mike, that somebody like Micah Parsons wants to get out because of how they are, but George Pickens just loves the way they run things down there. So I mean, that puts it into perspective for you guys. Let me get a couple more of these messages, guys. We are going to wrap it up. Sticky B, what you know about Sticky B? Sticky B says, why do some of these seem to be confusing?
The repeat after me is that we're working on it. Him and my kid, we're working together.
And this is why we have to do it several times, believe me. Awesome stuff. Welcome to the show. Great seeing awesome stuff on the board. He says, definitely don't trade Highsmith. All right.
All right.
Could respect that. Field of Steel. Derps. Boom.
Boom.
Tortilla, be careful, Derpy. I heard Lex Luthor is going to be.
I got my cape.
Derpy is wearing his Superman cape. Guys, this is going to be classic. I cannot wait to get a hold of some of this footage. Plus, we have to edit out Derpy's face, because of his persona. Nobody quite knows what the Derp looks like. So that's why I'm not going to run it as a live tomorrow. We will get in, edit some of the stuff, but we will have it fresh Monday morning for everybody to see how Derpy's weekend at camp went. Again, Friday Night Lights tonight. Tomorrow, Derpy's at camp. Pirates start a series in Colorado against the worst team in the league. Wait, that's not us. Nope, it's the Colorado Rockies. Somehow, Mike. That goes on. Paul Skeens pitches tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of people want to pay attention to that. Mike, with these big Steelers news over the weekend, will we get Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, on this offense? I say if we do, this team becomes an instant Super Bowl contender.
Yeah,
come
legit contender if that happens. It'll, hopefully, if it happens, just try not to give up any key players. But if it does happen,
wow.
Let the chips fall where they may, boys. I'm excited for the season, even if we don't get Scary Terry. Like I said, I think we have a 15% chance. But even if we don't, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for Steelers season.
Vegas says high of 81 tomorrow, according to Alexa in Pittsburgh. It got chilly. It was chilly here, especially last night. Vegas also says we evolved from the Super Bowl shuffle to the Yinzer Ryan shuffle. Hey, Mike, we do have we don't have it to present to you right now, but we do have a video that we could always bring in certain times to show off the Ryan shuffle. It wasn't yesterday, but Mike, there was a shuffle a while back that fortunately we got on tape. Maybe we'll bring that in next week, Mike, as we get ready to kick off the season. Maddie says, Maddie, apologize about that. Maddie says, I'm excited for the practice tonight. I'll be sure to pack an extra pair of pants too. Great weekend. Thank you, Maddie. Great to talk to you. Welcome to the show.
Welcome here.
We look forward to talking to you more. You have a great time and stay safe at practice. Enjoy yourself. Friday night lights tonight, 7:00 start. Tortilla weekend at Derpy's. That'll be the next move. The next movie, this one, Derpy
different vibe from Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah. And then Vegas says if KP was still quarterback, we would not be excited. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And Cleveland, the thing about Cleveland, they're actually excited that they got the guy. So just kind of shows you.
Ralph just got here.
Hey, Ralph, always great seeing you on the show, my man. Always great seeing you on the board. We are getting ready to bounce for the weekend. Derpy is heading off to camp. We have to go get our Derpy ready for camp before we send him off. And then one more derps. Boom. Go ahead and give Phil one more boom, Derpy, before we leave for the day.
Boom.
Oh, that was a good one.
There you go. I was getting ready to mute him.
Vegas says Vanilla is pondering how he can incorporate that dance into his finishing move. Guys, great week. We do appreciate everybody. I do want to say thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us this week, guys. It was a great time. We got Steelers back at it. It doesn't get any better than this. We appreciate each and every one of you. We truly, honestly do. Yes. We wouldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to everybody on the board. You guys always keep things interesting here on the show. Everybody at home, in your car, maybe at the gym, taking a walk, earbuds in, or just watching on your big screen TV at home. Thank you too. You all guys are just as important to the show as we are. We give you all the thanks in the world.
Yes, you guys are the best. And welcome to all the new people who showed up today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome stuff. Maddie, I know there are a couple others. I can't remember your names. I apologize. But welcome. And
Derpy, any plugs for you, Derpy? Derpy does have his Derpy Entertainment where he talks about movies and talks about reviews and trailers and all these kind of fun things of new movies that come out, comic movies. Derpy, you want to give a plug before we do take off?
Yes, you can find me on X, Derpman2929, Instagram, Derpman2929, Twitch, Derpy_entertainment, and YouTube, Derpy Entertainment.
All right, go check them out, everybody. I do check them out when their new movie is coming on. Derpy is who I'll listen to first because I know him, see what he says, and then I go beyond and try to figure out if I want to watch it. And he does a great job providing information. Go check out Derpy Entertainment, and all those other links that he did throw up. Guys, also Vegas says, give us one more failing battery beep.
Beep.
I don't know what kind of black magic witchcraft you got going, but I haven't heard the beep one time.
I do have some news, NFL related news.
Yeah, what's up?
Apparently it looks like NFL Red Zone is no more. It is being sold to ESPN.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it might be happening.
Yeah, so.
Thank you, Tortilla. You too, brother. Vegas says, why do I have a feeling Derpy spoils them all? Thank you so much, everybody. If you haven't had a chance, go check out. We're on social media all over the place. Stop by if you're on Facebook, Twitter, formerly known or X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, Threads, wherever you may be. Stop by, visit us, hit the like button. Also, guys, if you haven't had a chance, hit the like button below. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. It helps us out a lot. We just asked because we appreciate it, everybody. Mike, anything before we wrap it up for the day?
No, once again, thank you, everyone, man. Oh God, Steeler season is here. It's great to see familiar and new faces. And once again, Derpy interrupted me.
I'm sorry.
This is what it's all about, baby. This is what it's all about. Great to have Derpy on. Thank you today, sir. Derpy, we cannot wait. We cannot wait to hear how camp went. I'll certainly be in touch with you every hour on the hour throughout the weekend, you know, because within the hour, because I got you keeping me up with everything. But yes, guys, thank you so much. Hope everybody has a great weekend. If you're going up to camp again, Thursday tonight is Friday Night Lights. Get up there tonight, 7:00 start, all through the weekend. They're off Monday. The Steelers are, but we aren't. We'll be back Monday morning at our regular time. We hope to see everybody then. We'll talk about everything about the everything to that point that happened in Steelers camp. We'll talk some Scary Terry, I'm sure, and a lot more. We hope to see everybody on Monday morning. Derpy, anything before we roll, brother?
Here we go. Dun, dun, na, na, na. Here we go. Dun, 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 na, na, na.
And because you asked for it, Mike, you got the rollout song to send us off?
Here we go.
I got it. We're ready, bro.
Okay, just want to double check with you. Thank you so much, guys. Everybody have a great weekend. Here is Derpy's song to send us. Yeah.
He's in too deep, face never shown, just a shadow's grin, enigma like bourbon with a punch of sin. Oh, Derpy, you're the talk of the town, Steelers jersey on, never backs down, smoke detector singing its own tune, beeping for 2 years under that same old moon. Oh, he's Superman at the Comic-Con, cape flapping like thunder till the break of dawn. On 2 dung Yinzers, he's solid gold. Tales of Derpy man, they never get old. Oh, Derpy, you're the talk of the town, Steelers jersey on, never backs down, smoke detector singing its own old tune, beeping for 2 years under that same old moon. Oh, he's Superman from across state lines, Steelers in his heart, yeah, his soul aligns. Ohio born, but Pittsburgh son, Derpy runs wild, he's a loaded fun gun, a ghost in the night with a laugh so sly, nobody knows if that's truth or lie. The beep beep goes the smoke alarm song, in Derpy's world it's been beeping too long. Oh, Derpy, you're the talk of the town, Steelers jersey on, never backs down, smoke detector singing its own old tune, beeping for 2 years under that same old moon. For 2 years under that same old moon. Oh, he's Superman at the Comic-Con, cape flapping like thunder till the break of dawn. On 2 dumb Yinzers, he's solid gold. Tales of Derpy man, they never get old. Oh, Derpy, you're the talk of the town, Steelers jersey on, never backs down, smoke detector singing its own old tune, beeping for 2 years under that same old moon. For 2 years under that same old moon. Beeping for 2 years under that same old moon.